Doink. All right, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Stevie and Stump and Ohio and everybody, I sent you guys links. So links are already out there. Why am I starting without those guys already here? Well, because you guys waited long enough. And I think that was really cool of you to be patient. So thank you for your patience. Okay. Much appreciated. I will ask one more favor. If you guys can share this chat, that'll be cool beans. Alrighty. And I'll do a rundown of everything when Stevie and those guys get in here. I hope everybody had a good week. I'd like to smack Stevie and everybody else from Michigan in a squash and say thank you for your humidity and your everything else.
There you are. What's up,
Stevie? We're live, buddy. So Stevie said, I was just saying how I want to smack people from Michigan because I don't like the humidity.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
So it's going to be here till frickin' Tuesday. So, you know.
Yep. Tomorrow is supposed to be a major blaster for us.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks a million.
I'll be indoors. Thank you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's going on? Any good?
It's Friday night, baby.
Right. That it is.
Ain't pay week, but it's still Friday night.
That's all that counts. I'm a bi-weekly kind of guy too.
Are you?
Yeah, I hate it.
Used to.
I hate it. But my thought process is if I work for a week, I better get paid for that week and call it a day.
Right.
You know. But apparently their thought processes aren't the same. You know. I mean, it works out all right because my wife gets paid. She gets paid bi-weekly or weekly. I think she gets both. Like her part-time job is weekly and her teaching job is bi-weekly. So, and we're opposites though. So
right. Oh, that works out.
Yeah. So I lucked out on that end. You know, because if not, you're rich for 1 week and then you're poor the next fucking week.
Yeah.
You know. But
yeah, I went through that 2 weeks ago. I tried to pay every one of my bills, including my mortgage, out of one paycheck. Dude,
I know.
I paid way too early, and I was eating peanut butter and jelly for a week.
Yeah. I hear that, buddy. Hey, Big Dog. We're going to send Big Dog a, what do you call it, through Facebook? Are you on Facebook? Let me try to open. I'll try to open it up and do it.
But I learned a lesson not to pay them all at once.
Yeah. See, I do it this way, right? Rent gets paid first.
Yep.
And priority. Lights. The Yankees fucking beat the shit out of the Red Sox.
Oh, the Tigers are like 9 in a row. Losers.
What am I doing? Here we are. Steve, am I still here?
Big Dog just announced that he's working. Yeah, you're here. He just announced he's working on a big project and he can't come on live with us.
Oh, then I won't even send the invitation, so bite me.
He's going to sit over in the side chat.
Here I am. I'm about to screw the whole chat up going on Facebook to send an invitation.
Yeah. Taking a chance.
Well, I see how it is.
Yeah, it happened.
I see how it is. Just give me 1 minute because I gotta, while I'm on Facebook.
Did you do a rundown yet?
No, I'll do it. I gotta, I'm trying to send. It's not working out right here. What the fuck is going on? Come on, I know this isn't me tonight. Are you serious? Fucker.
What up, G Mango? SKS Hugo just popped in the room.
Oh. I don't know what the hell's going on here tonight.
I think the government or something's messing with the interweb because it's been screwed up everywhere. You got to like click 4 times on stuff to work.
Dude, it won't even let me. It's not even letting me copy and paste shit.
Wow.
The link. Are they stopping you from copying and pasting the link now?
I've done that okay, but like I brought up pages and all of a sudden, poof, they just disappear on their own.
Well, do me a favor. See if you can copy and paste the link to John. Oh, yeah. And every time I go and I hit the what do you call it button to copy it, I can highlight it. But then every time I go to hit the button to copy, it won't let me do it.
Well, I got it copied. Let me go find him.
All right, thank you. And while you do that, I'll do a rundown.
Oh, and by the way,
so
Passion.
Well, I saw this. I saw this. It says Stevie's first, and then you let everybody know that I'd be because I was running late at work. And then Sandy, I'm sorry, the other beautiful Sandy's Passions, want to know how you can be first because DSW commented before you did.
Right.
So I'm going to say it this way: DSW was first. Stalker Steve in here with us was second. Again, the other beautiful Sandy's Passions was third. Good to see you again, Sandy. Mr. P2E, prepping to indulge. It's Friday. Prepping's here. V-Borg's here. It's Friday.
Oh.
How are you, V-Borg? 001. Good to see you, my friend. Big Dog Leathers, you guys know, is in the house. He's working on a project, so he's going to stay inside chat for tonight. He's doing a pulse cannon tactical holster. I'm sorry, aren't I supposed to call him Puppy or something like that? G-Mangoes made it in. What's up, my brother? SKS of the Hugo made it. Oh, my. Fuzz T-Fork 8. What's up, my brother? He's letting Fuzzy wants to make sure that we're all staying warm during this cool spell.
Thank you very much, Fuzz.
Thank you, Fuzz. I'm glad that you care about us like that, my friend. It's good that people are watching out for us, people that out here in the state of good old Massachusetts that are, sort of kind of cold. And all right.
What a guy, huh?
Yeah. What did my friend John say? Is he coming or?
Oh, I just PM'd him, so.
All right. I mean, I know it's Friday right before the holiday week, so I know that ain't going to be, you know what I mean? it's the most taken vacation that there is. So
right. Yeah, I
94 degrees today, warmer tomorrow. Right on it, Fuzzy. I'm with you, buddy. I'm sorry, Stevie. Go ahead.
We get the 4th off, so I tried to take Thursday, Friday off. 4th is on Wednesday, but no go.
Right.
Everybody beat me to the punch.
Well, that's like last year at FedEx, right? The 3rd, 3 of us showed up to do the dock, and I'm like, if we get buried today, I'm going to punch somebody right in the face. And so she said, you want to start early? I started early. I started around 4 because my full-time job was, just as bad. So I started at 4, and I had half the work done by the time the other guys got there at 5:15. And then the only reason why we get out at, I think we left at 7:15 or 7:10. The only reason we left at 7:10 was because she made us swing freight into another trailer.
Right.
Other than that, it was out there about fucking 7:15. So that wasn't bad. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. So I'm going to do this a couple of times tonight, because I know there are people that come in early and have to leave early for work purposes the next morning or what have you. So I'm going to put out a, how do I usually say it? P2E, I didn't write it down, so you got to help me out, but a public address announcement. Daryl, and I'll put his channel name, I'll write his channel name in here in the, what do you call it? Capital C.
Would that be your other brother, Daryl?
My other bud, Daryl. 39 Camper is his YouTube channel. A lot of you know who 39 Camper is. Daryl's doing a giveaway. I have not got a chance to see the video on the giveaway. But he had asked if I would give him a shout out on this chat, and I told him, of course I will. So I'll do a little later also. So if you hear me repeat it, sorry. It'll be for those who aren't listening now. And for those who are listening later, like tomorrow, and by the way, Uncle Kyle, how the hell are you? Good to see you. Hope things are well. Go to 39 Camper, Daryl, cool guy. He's doing a giveaway. He's been on YouTube for eons. Real cool channel. So go check that out. All right, that'd be cool. So Stevie.
Yes, sir.
I was at Foxwoods Casino all week.
Well.
Except for today. So I was there Monday through Thursday. So let me tell you what happened. I'm there for a dance competition for my oldest daughter. So it wasn't like it was just all for me to go have fun, right?
Right.
So I couldn't play Texas Hold'em, in a tournament because the tournament started at 9 o'clock in the morning and it didn't coincide with what my daughter was doing. So I couldn't get in the tournament. So I played some slots. Played some craps the other night. That was a lot of fun. I haven't played craps. Anyway, my wife, who not a gambler, sits at a slot machine. And for those who aren't familiar with the slots, let me explain them to you quick and easy. It's not just one line, you win all the money. Okay. Some have 14 lines you can play. Some have 20 lines. Some have 40 lines. Okay.
Wow.
And then they say it's a 1 cent machine, which is correct. You can bet one line, 1 cent. Okay. Now you can bet 2 times, which is 2, 5, 15, 20, 25, max bet. Okay. My wife was on a 19 line game with a max bet. Has Zero clue what the fuck she's doing. Puts a $5 bill in the machine and pulls out $145. And I'm like, why did you take it out? She's like, oh, you have to, you have to. So then on the same, she came and found me. So on the same machine, I get on the same machine as her, and I win like $48 and change, and $49 and change, right? So she says, hey, cash that out. I go, what? She was cash that out. I go, why would I do that? You know, because now I can bet the higher end of the slot machine instead of the lower end, you go in more. She says, yeah, but you won't. Cash out. And I looked at her, she was cash out. So I cash out. So now she's got like $190 in 2 vouchers, right? Because the money doesn't come down the thing anymore. For those who who haven't visited a casino in quite some time, the money don't come down no more. You don't walk around with a bucket with a bucket anymore. Those days are over. You put your money in, it pushes you out a voucher. You go over the cashier and take it. That takes care of all that. Okay. All right. Or you go to one of the machines and put your voucher in the machine and it kicks you out your cash. Okay. All right. So she takes $190 and change, whatever the fuck it is. Like, what the fuck? The other night, I go to a crap table. I'm up about 300. She walks over to me at 10:30 and she says, hey, those your chips? I'm like, yeah. She goes, leave. I goes, no, beat it. So about 10:30, she says, I'm going up to the room. I said, all right. She says, you coming up? I said, yeah, I'll be a little bit. And she just shook her head. She knew what a little bit meant. Anyway, make a long story short, I walked out there with like $47.
Whoops.
She goes, so how much did you win?
Here she's sleeping with 190 under her pillow. I got a buddy of mine, or a guy at work that I know pretty good. Him and his wife go every chance they get. Anytime they get a couple spare bucks and they get like food vouchers and all that, they'll go down there and play around in Detroit.
Yep.
That is the winningest family I've ever seen in my life. Every time they come back, they're positive. Not only that, the guy will call in the radio station to win concert tickets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Every other week he's winning. It's like, holy smokes, dude. I'm going to start giving him $20 a week to play for me.
No shit, right? So I'm talking to a kid at my job, and he's like, you know, I told him I was down a little bit. He goes, Mike, go play blackjack and wait till after 9:30. Everybody's fucking hammered. You know, I couldn't get on the table. It's only a half table. It's on a full table. You know, it's only seats like 5-6 people.
Right.
You know, and I couldn't get on the table. It was a $1 blackjack table. Couldn't get on the black. And I wasn't gonna go play $25 a hand. I just wasn't doing it. You know, I couldn't bring myself to do that.
Yeah, it's no fun when you can only play 4 hands and then you have to leave.
Right. HRM Weapons Machinist made it tonight. How are you, brother? Good to see you. He just hit the magic number of cats. 38 cats I have now. So I said goodbyes and turned them loose in the yard.
They're not going to go away.
You have 38 cats. Alicia Shell, you're here coming down from a bad trip. How is everybody? We're doing good, but I don't understand why you're not in here, because Stevie knows he's supposed to send you an invite every time without me saying anything.
And she's got one.
Okay, just checking. Good to see you, HRM. Truth Freeze made it back in the house tonight. How are you, Truth Freeze? Good to see you.
And by the way, Shalita Shell put out a video today that is epic.
Did she? Like I said, I just got back, so I'm gonna have to go check that out too.
Pretty cool, lots of fun.
Good. Well, all of her videos are lots of fun. I mean,
right?
If they weren't, I wouldn't watch them. You guys know how I am. I don't watch something I don't like.
Right.
I'm not interested in. You know what I mean? How you doing, my brother? I shouted you out. I don't know if you were here or not, but good to see you. Truthfree says, her grandma had a brother make a shed-like cat house, complete with the outhouse parts.
You know, that's something I have never been in a casino.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, it obviously it's geared to take your money, but if you know, like my wife, a perfect example is my wife. She hits the button, she screws. Okay. That's their money she took. She won. She didn't. So in other words, she didn't put up 300 to make 100. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She didn't spend like these people that play the scratch tickets, or you guys, some people call them scratch offs. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing. All right. Somebody will say, yeah, I hit 5,000, which is not, they're not lying. They got a ticket that says I hit $5,000. Okay. But here's the thing. Are you up or you down?
Right.
I'm not even being a jerk because, i.e., like my wife, who doesn't gamble, doesn't play scratch tickets, doesn't play the Powerball and all that stuff. Okay. So for her to walk in a casino like she did, put the $5 bill in and walk out with 145.
Right.
She won technically 140, right? Because she
Yep.
had to put her $5 in there first. All right. So technically she won $140. She's up $140. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if I'm there all week, and I put, $1,000 into a slot machine, and the last day I'm there, I hit for 800. I'm still down 200.
Right.
I didn't win anything.
Reality check.
I'm still down 200.
But a hell of a lot.
But if you can go in there and do that, or if you can, or if you can, if you don't, if you have the money, you don't care that you lose. I'm not even being funny because some people can. You know what I mean? I mean, I was at a crap table. The guy had a bifold like this, right? And he's just dropping four, five, one, at a time, $100 bills on the table here, And then I started making him money rolling the die, and he's like, "Dude, keep it up. You just made my mortgage payment." I'm like, "Mortgage payment, dude? You got about 5 mortgage payments in your fucking bifold."
No shit.
You got more money in your bifold than I'd fucking take home in a fucking month, for Christ's sakes. But Johnny the M.I. Woodsman. How are you?
What's going on?
Are we good? Go ahead, bud. Did we just lose Johnny again?
No, I'm here.
All right. How did Mark make out? All right.
I haven't heard yet.
I
sent him a message, and then he gave me a thumbs up, but I haven't heard. I'll have to ask him later.
All right. Because he gave me some kind of a number this time, and I think that the last time is because I changed it to one end. So
yeah, that'll do it.
He can make fun of me for that one later, or you can, either or. I'm good with that. Hey, Fuzzy, I'm not looking for that. Okay, I don't want that because she'll be like floating in the air. Okay, I'm trying to see if she'll gain another 25. Hey, Guns Girl K is in the house. Hello, Guns Girl. And did I? Yes, I did shout out Miss Alicia's show. So I just want to make sure I did that, obviously.
And in case you didn't hear, she does have a link.
Yes, Miss Alicia Cell, you have a link. And I don't understand why that doesn't work, Stevie, because her and I, one day that, I don't know, what were you doing? You were plumbing or something. And I had your chat on my channel.
Oh, right.
So we went on, what do you call it? Google Plus, did all the stuff we were supposed to do, and it still doesn't work. I still can't invite her like the way I invite everybody else. It makes no sense. It's just makes zero sense.
Right.
Johnny, before you got here, I told everybody about Daryl's giveaway.
Yeah, I heard that. I was just getting ready to join you. I finished rolling up some smokes real quick.
Okay. Be there in 10 minutes. Right on. Yeah, so that'll be, you know he is. His giveaways are real cool. And I don't need to tell you how cool of a guy he is. So
yeah, he's got some good stuff. Real nice tarp, nice titanium cup and lid. And
yeah, I haven't seen the video yet because, like I said, I was telling these guys, I got back and I did that thing for Mark today because I can't get desktop on my phone for some reason. And when I do, it gets all fucked up. So that's why I had to wait till I got home because I didn't bring my laptop with me.
Yeah, that's fine. He wasn't worried. He just thought you'd mention it.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. I feel like I'm just kind of mad at Amazon for not. And here's the weird thing. I went to Amazon, and when I did it, his thing was there. So, and I know I pressed, what do you call it?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it didn't kick in because it wasn't because I changed it to the end, to the single. Maybe that's why it didn't kick into it wouldn't allow it. It didn't let it go through because it wasn't a real email address.
Yeah, you'd think they'd send you something, a message,
right.
Or like mail.
Yeah, because now I got, and I specifically looked this time, right, and because I was kind of pissed off, I'm like, man. Let me see this here. Give me 2 seconds, folks. Yeah. So I did that, and then estimated it was. So I have an order number, but not a well, it's an email that says order confirmation. Well, you can't see that, but and I went through all my other emails, because I really don't erase them like I probably should, but thankfully I didn't. So I went through all my other emails to do it, to see if they confirmed the other one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look on my debit card to see if it came out. I did look today though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it did come off today, so
that's cool.
But I felt bad. I felt real bad. The fireworks woke you up. You were sleeping? I thought you were working on the house. And why are you having fireworks? It's not 4th of July yet. Oh, I know. You had fireworks because you were thinking of me. Aren't you sweet? So what are you doing, Johnny? Any trips coming up? What do you got?
We were, but man, the freaking heat wave we're having right now.
It'll kill you, right?
Oh, it's ridiculous, man.
You don't want to be in a tent. You don't want to be in a tent when it's 100. That's for sure.
Well, even if you're in the shade, I'm miserable here at home, and I got 2 fans going.
Yeah. I actually lucked out this year, Johnny, when we moved. It actually has central air in it.
I wish.
I didn't even know it. John, I didn't even know it.
No.
And then my wife's like, this place has central air in it. Turn the fucking thing on. This was like the first time it got hot. You're like, what was it, a month ago or something? And I went, turn that fucking thing right on. I'll worry about the bill later.
I wish, man.
Oh, I hear you. I've had the fans, and here's how bad it gets for me because I can't stand it, John. Even when I was a kid, I noticed that the walls are cooler. Right? Dude, no joke whatsoever. Even as an adult, I turned my bed so to be against the wall instead of being, and I went like this with it. And I snuggled up against the wall. Oh, yeah. I hate the heat, because even if it's cooler outside now, right? Because the heat stays in the house.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, and it takes forever for it to go. And by the time it leaves, it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and then it's cool, which is fine. But then you get up, and it's like, you didn't sleep well.
No.
You know, and then it's fucking hot as fucking hell by 9 o'clock the next morning.
I've been waiting till about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then take a shower, then go to bed.
There you go.
That always helps.
Guns Girl said it's so hot there that her hair touching her is irritating. County line logging. How the hell are you? Good to see you.
Shave your head.
No.
I did.
No, I was talking to Guns Girl.
Here comes Uncle Pervy. What's the puppy
me
calling?
too.
Hey, what's the puppy calling me Uncle Pervy for? So you're not here to defend yourself, you know, like, well, I mean, you're here, obviously, but you're not, you know.
Here.
Yeah. No, I can assure you guys, I'm not in that I'm going to pick on every single solitary person I see tonight mood like I was last week. Nobody was free last week. Sorry.
Okay, it's kind of funny you were talking about your mood last week. I watched a video today about brake checking. And this FedEx QB van pulled in front of a guy and brake checked him and got rammed right in the rear end.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if that's why Mike was in a bad mood.
Fucking ground guys, they suck.
Yeah, I couldn't believe a professional truck brake checked somebody. It's like, wow.
Did you ever see the video of the FedEx ground guy when they were burning the United States flag?
No. Oh,
there's a video out. It's old. It's not like it's new.
right.
And I don't know, Antifa, whatever the fuck those idiots are called, right?
Yeah.
They're burning the flag, and they were about to burn the flag, and they got the flag upside down the whole nine, right? Which a lot of people, that the flag upside down doesn't bother me. And before you jump over my ass, you guys relax. All that means is they're in the country's in distress. If you think about it, right? It was in distress with Obama. And for those who don't like Trump, they feel as though it's in distress. So that part doesn't bother me so much because of the meaning of the upside down flag. An upside down flag doesn't mean that you don't like your country.
Right.
Okay. Now, burning the flag, if you're not taking it to go somewhere and do it properly the way it's supposed to be done, you're a douche.
Yeah.
And you deserve to be punched in the face. So this FedEx ground guy, there's a couple of them around there. Oh yeah, he got into it. You guys got to Google search it, or you know, in YouTube search, you know, in the YouTube search bar, put FedEx guy fights for flag or something like that. It'll come out. And the guy didn't even get fired. FedEx didn't fire him.
No.
You know, that could have went down a lot worse than it went down. Because, like, if he punches the guy in the head and the guy falls against a tree, cuts his, you know, cracks a skull or something, then the guy's going to sue FedEx up the wazoo.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You know what I mean? FedEx caught flying illegals in and then boarding on DHS white buses. Oh, truth, cut it out. Craig Dwell's in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, sir. Another video, a couple of videos got to catch up on with you. Yeah, so I just got back, so I haven't seen a video, and I'm at Foxwood, so I can't really watch a video there. You know what I mean?
Well, you shouldn't be.
Well, I'm watching my daughter dance, obviously,
Right.
and then the times I'm not watching her dance, you know, we had a day at the pool or what have you, you know. So, but yeah. But I hear you, Johnny. It's too hot to go.
Yeah, we were planning on going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I got a doctor appointment Tuesday, so I have to go from camp to where my doctor's at and then back to camp. And it's supposed to be in the 90s all week. That's just too hot for me. I got a couple meds I ain't supposed to be in the sun in and blah, 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 you know, and the heat kills me. Actually, son.
Hello, Shalisa Shell. And I'd like to ask you how you did that. Don't care how you did it. Love how you did that. I love how when you come in, you booted his ass out of here.
I waved at him, and then I went.
Oh, see, that was perfect timing because you went and he came back. Can you go like and get him out of here again?
Told you.
I was asking you guys, did you all freeze? How'd you all freeze at the same time? And I didn't.
All right. Have a good night, babe. Text me. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to yell in your ear. I was yelling to my wife. I apologize about that.
Oh, it wasn't bad. Look at all them trophies on Shalisa's wall.
Right. Yeah, no, it's tough going out in the it's tough going out in the heat like that.
Yeah, you're doing a trip. You
on the river, at a nice lake or something, that'd be a different story.
Yeah. HRM says, "Hey, Stalker Steve, what kind of finish did you apply to your mushroom bowl project?"
I used a semi-gloss polyurethane.
If you don't know what HRM's talking about, that video I did see.
Wow.
Go, fuck you. Go to Stevie's channel.
But he hasn't seen the second.
No, I haven't seen the second one. Go to. I haven't seen yours. I just got back, honey. I just got back. I haven't been here. Go check out Stevie's channel and look up the bowl project. It's really cool. You might want to look up the bridge project too. I just saw that the other day.
Damn.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But no, seriously, guys. If you guys, I told Stevie when he first got that lathe and he did the video on it that when you first your first video using the lathe and you know, because I went one path out of high school and all that. I hadn't seen the lathe since I was in high school.
Right.
And it was just cool to see somebody.
Good old wood shop.
Yeah. You know.
Did you have that one kid who jammed the tool into the wood and ended up sticking in the ceiling?
No, we had the one kid that tried to feed. All right, so our wood shop when I was at the Vogue, right? I was at Shawsheen Tech for 2 years. They did mainly houses and shit like that. You know, they weren't doing, you know, finish work or cabinet making or anything like that. When I went back to Wilmington High, it was more furniture making and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had a kid. I made a TV stand. My mom still has it, but I made a TV stand, and I remember clearly. I'm gonna go plane the top of it, right? And I'm waiting on the kid, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, why the fuck is he standing over there? He said he was gonna go use the planer, and he won't be long. And I couldn't understand what the fuck why he was on the. He's on the other side of the planer, Stevie, doing one of these.
To reach over.
No, he's on the other side of the planer. Like trying to put the wood in reverse. Can't understand why he's coming out. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, you know, because Stevie, I don't have to tell you, it's an industrial planer. You just, right?
Yeah.
And I go, he's like, what? I go, put the wood in this way. It works a lot better.
Works more better. That's all right. We had a high-on cut his finger right off on the bandsaw. That was good. I mean, just as slow as you were cutting a piece of wood, he just run it right through the blade. Zip. No slipping, no nothing. Just run it right through with his wood. It's like, yep.
I had a partner. I had to be partnered up with someone once in industrial machine shops. We had the big industrial lathes. And the guy left the chuck key in. Turned that thing on and went flying. Freaking bounced right off the cement wall and damn near took me out.
Yep. Is it something that the thought process of people?
You never, you don't let it go out of your hands. You use it and then you take it out.
Well, we had we had a girl in our class, and first day we were there, he told us, no loose clothing. If you have long sleeves, roll them up. And just don't, hair, I mean, it was the 80s. Everybody had hair, right? We had one chick, she had, I call it a pirate shirt, right? Remember the old puffy friggin' roughly fucking pirate shirts, right?
Yep.
She's got one of them on. And now she's going to go use the table saw. First thing we made, the first item we made in school as a junior in high school, because like I said, I went to Shawshene Tech first, right? So the first item we made back at the high school was what? A push stick for the table saw. Swear to God. I'm not even joking, right? A push stick for the fucking table saw. Okay? Got the table saw on. She goes just like this. No push stick, no nothing. With her thumb. Okay. Blades here. Guides here. Okay. Where's her thumb? Right in the fucking middle.
Oh, my God.
She makes it by it without taking her thumb off. How? Not a clue. But what does happen? With the fucking pirate shirt.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as she knew it, as soon as she felt it, right? She does one of these, and she went up with it. It's the only thing that saved her.
Wow.
It's the only thing that saved her from going like one of these.
Yeah.
I'm like, dumb.
That shit freaks me out.
And it's just, I just get, even today as an adult, I don't.
Have you seen those ones now where you can like take a hot dog? They got some of those table saws where it actually knows if you're about to.
I got one at work. I used one at work.
That's crazy. First time I seen one of those.
Yeah, it's tripped out. The guy demoed it for us and put a hot dog on a piece of wood. There was barely a nick on that hot dog. It's all, it works on electrical current. They run a minor electrical current through the blade. And if there's one change in that electrical current,
it shuts off.
Underneath the saw, this big hunk of aluminum jams into the blade and stops it instantly. And then it pulls it down out of the way. Quicker than you can blink your eye.
Yeah, it's like that. Got like a real heavy duty spring, doesn't it? That sucks it under the table.
It's a centrifugal force thing. When that piece of aluminum gets jammed into the blade, it causes some kind of centrifugal force, and it sucks the blade below the table. It's really weird how it works. But on the bad side, you cannot cut womanized plywood because the dampness will set it off, or womanized wood, period. If you hit a nail in a piece of wood, it will set it off. So you have to be careful what kind of wood you run through the saw. But other than that, great idea.
It's been a long time since I've seen anything about that.
But even, I could never, even using the router, right? I also made a cutting board. It's fucking huge. It's absolutely huge. She still uses that too, my mother. And even using the routers, because there was no, put it on the machine, let the machine router it. The fucking people. Why are you? Okay, let me do it this way. I need something round. We'll do it this way, I guess. Okay. Stevie, do you or do you not hold the router like this? Yeah, right?
Yeah, with the handles off to the side.
Handles. Well, the routers we had are the old routers, Stevie, with the handles actually up here. right?
Okay.
The old routers, am I right? 2 black handles coming off.
Yeah, but they're usually towards the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm saying 2 black handles. Right. Okay, 2 black handles about this long, right? About that long, maybe a little bit longer, right? And usually you clamp, you like I did it anyway. I clamped mine to the edge of the thing, to the edge of the workbench. Did the routering, unclamped it, right?
Yeah.
Jack of all stupidness is doing his routering a piece for his waterbed, like his headboard or whatever. Stevie, when I tell you, okay, he has his thumbs on the handles, like he's playing a fucking Atari game. He's got his thumb on the handles, and he's like this with the router. I'm like, hello, where are your fucking fingers?
Are you in the outside chat, Mike? Somebody just popped in you might want to see.
I am not. I never am. Sass Queen, 13th man, how the hell are you? Hey, everyone, cheers from here. Can't stay, just popped in to say boo. Work, work, work. It's good to see you. He probably just got done ice fishing, for Christ's sake. But it's good to see you, bud. He is one cool dude.
Yeah, I've hurt myself on 2 tools, and they were both minor. One was a planer, a power planer, and the other one was a router. And on the router, I can't believe I got away with that. Somehow or another, it was a big, heavy-duty router, and I had a big old 3/4 inch straight cutting bit.
Yep.
And I picked the router up, and it was off, and somehow it was top-heavy, and it flipped around. Well, I stuck my finger out and went right in and went on the blade.
Dang.
And the point, I looked out and looked at my finger, not a mark on it. I'm like, holy shit, did I just get lucky? I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, that's...
And then in high school, I ran the tip of my finger over the joiner blades and just, really got the corner.
Yeah.
Other than that, so far, so good.
I mean, I got all mine. I don't have all my teeth because I don't know how to use a chainsaw. I mean, I knew how to use a chainsaw. I just wasn't paying attention to what the fuck I was doing with the tree.
Like HRM says, applied physics.
Okay, so, but while I was using the chainsaw, and even after that tree came back and punched me square in the face, okay, and I'm seeing stars, right, and I'm pretty much out on my feet, I still had that chainsaw way out, blade out, and I put it on the ground. Don't even ask me how I did it. All I know is the only reason I can tell you this is because that's what my brothers told me I did. Is they said, we have no clue, Mike. All we know is that because we came running up because we thought you were going to cut yourself with a chainsaw as you were, legless. You stuck the blade towards us and you put it away from yourself and you put it on the ground. And then you were on Queer Street. So, which I was. I've been punched in the face by a bunch of big people, and I'm gonna tell you something. That'd be like being hit by a friggin' puppy. No, just kidding. But no, that'd be just kidding, bro. It'd be like being hit by my wife now, compared to that tree.
Oh, that wood has no give to it, especially if it caught you on the end of the grain.
Stevie, when I mean lightning quick, they told me I didn't even move. I didn't, I didn't try to get, I didn't like jerk my head. The thing just went, it was this quick, bang, it was gone. It was just dumbass. Oh, it's so good to see you, Sass Green. HRM says he sawed off my thumb and put it back on. So after 45 years, it's still like new.
Got lucky.
That must have hurt. And
a good surgeon.
When I was when I worked for a lighting company, guy down the press shop,
Oh,
right beside me. And they had us up there. Well, they had me. He was from the press shop. They had me working up there to cover 2 sick days or something, whatever. And they had a lot of work to do. And so I go up there, and he says, "Mike, I gotta get, there's a bird." I says, "Okay." And hit the stop button. Waited for it to get to the top. Hits the stop button. Machine stopped. He took the long needle nose. You know what I mean? It wasn't no little fucking. Takes the long needle nose pliers. And he reached in the back because it was on the back of the die. And he reached in the back to get whatever the hell was on the die off. And he reached in the back, and all of a sudden, all you hear is boom. I looked to the right because I thought there was something blew up beside us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I hear him screaming, and I turn my head back, and gone.
Oof.
From like here, he lost a pinky, half of that one, 3/4 of that one, and then into this one. So it kind of went like this on him.
Yeah.
Gone. And I wish I could stand here and tell you that I knew my first aid, and I grabbed him, and I, made sure his hand was above his friggin' head and all that shit, and above his heart and all that happy bullshit. Something about watching blood just do this made me a little queasy.
I don't mean to laugh, but damn.
Oh,
They come running out.
You're picking up on the floor.
They call the ambulance and everything. Well, I had blood all over me. Until they saw him, they didn't know if we were both cut. You know.
Did something fail on the machine?
Yeah. So what happened was the big boom was the brake mechanism, if you will, because I'm not going to pretend to know what it is. All I know is we're always told, wait for it to get to the top, hit stop. Because you got the controls right here.
Yeah.
And we hit stop because the machine stopped. If you don't hit stop on the machine, it just keeps going. And the machine stopped. And when I heard the boom, I looked to my right because that's how loud it was, Stevie. It was friggin' boom. So what happened was the brake mechanism, when it was up, let go, and it was just a guillotine coming straight down quick.
Oh, well, I hope he owns a good piece of that company now.
He did, but he went back to work for the same company.
Well,
So they get down there. I got like blood all over it. I'm like, Mike, are you hurt? No. You're a little white. You'd be a little white too if you had fucking.
Dude, you're hosing.
It was bad. It wasn't a pretty sight. Just spotted a fox out front with hopefully a rabbit in his mouth. He's got 3 cats outside. You better go look. Could be a cat.
HRM, I've heard a lot of guys who got a finger said it feels like that. He said it felt like somebody hitting in the finger with a hammer.
Mine felt like.
That's right. You just said that last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that must be the standard massive injury pain threshold.
Yeah, that's got to be the
that's
max.
the one I made fun of him. So I put the blade halfway through, and then I had to ask my wife if I should. Had to ask your wife. There's meat hanging out of it. Go.
I was just gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. I was at a heating company, and I cut my hand, and I'm like, shit. And the kid beside me says, "What's the matter?" I goes, the fucking meat's hanging out of it. He goes, "What do you mean?" So I went like this. I went, "You see this part right there?" I go, "That's when you know you need stitches."
You get them funny little white things.
Yeah.
What the hell's that? That's guts in my hand.
I had a plywood cutting blade on the side, hurt like hitting a finger with a hammer. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have taken off some skin off my left thumb though because I was using a 32-ounce waffle head.
Yeah.
Framing house. And I went like this. Oh, you dumbass.
Wah, wah, wah. It's
Oh,
amazing how the exploratory words, explicative words just come pouring out of your mouth when that happens.
I'll tell you what works though sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you, right? There's been times after that I, whacked my thumb or whatever, stubbed my toe. That's the worst thing in the world. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Stubbing your toe. Oh, I fucking hate that. But I've done that and I've immediately punched something. If it split for that 10 seconds, the pain went away. Make him go poof again. Wow.
Yeah, I did the world's worst toe stub at a family reunion. I had kind of Roman sandals on, leather sandals. Yep. And I've never worn sandals since that day.
Jesus slippers.
But yeah, we were playing basketball and I stubbed my big toe on the court and somehow stubbed it so it bent all the way forward and I stepped on my own toe.
Yeah.
Oh, I have never been in that much agony in my life.
Man, I was in a bad time. Why didn't I join you guys when you were talking about gambling?
Oh, all the ligaments were torn and stuff. Man, it was just like on fire. I wanted to cut it off. It hurt that bad.
I would have. You don't even need it. I mean, think about it. You don't need a big toe. Just cut the stuff.
Yeah, you do. One of my cousins lost his, and he had to literally learn how to walk again because of his balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not worn sandals since, or flip flops. Any open
I hate them.
Since
I don't. That's why when I see my kids, running them, I just go like this. Oh fuck! Please don't do that.
Right.
None of that. They kill between my toes, man. I never.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
I wear my Crocs, man. At least my toes are protected.
Right.
Right on, Truth Freeze. Right on, Truth Freeze. Do the Fred Flintstone dance.
Yeah. Run around the barn a few times. But I've been pretty lucky in my carpenter career. I've hit my thumb hard. I've nicked it a couple times, but I've actually only directly hit my thumb hard 2 times with a hammer in my whole career. And it was a cold as shit, like February, January day outside framing. I hit it twice the same day within 15 minutes.
You had to be bitchy as hell that day.
Oh,
that second time, that tool belt hit the floor so quick, and I went home. I didn't even finish the day.
Did you ever have a blister after you did that, Steve?
Oh yeah, just a little bit, and you get the big blood blister.
Yeah, so I got a huge blood blister on my thumb. I mean, it's huge. It's like throbbing. It sucked, right? And I'm working with my dad, and he's like, "What's the matter?" I go, "Dad, this fucking thumb is killing me." He goes, "Let me see it." So I looked at it. He's looked at it. He goes, "Oh." He says, "We'll get rid of that." I goes, "Dad, how are we going to get rid of that?" Walks over to the toolbox with the drill. I go, "Get the fuck out of here. You ain't drilling my finger, Dad. Seriously?" He goes, "Mikey," he says, "it ain't going to hurt." I says, "Dad, you ain't touching my fucking thumb with a drill." So we took a carpenter's knife, regular, what do you call it, knife? And he does this for a little bit, just until he gets into the layer of the thing. And let me tell you something. He hit pay dirt. You know when you got to take a piss real bad, your back hurts? And then after you take a piss, it feels like you just got laid.
Right?
Let me tell you. He went through and he got that, right? And that freaking blood started going. And I was like, oh, he's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "All right, Dad. This is like awesome. Thank you very much." And that shit just come out. And I was like,
that pressure kills you.
Oh, it was killing me, Steve, that pressure. Killing me. Hated it.
Yeah.
I lost my flexor tendon.
The worst time I hurt myself. The worst time I ever hurt myself was when I fell through a cattle bridge.
Ouch.
I was going looking for morel mushrooms, and I'd been drinking, and I was crossing a rotted cattle bridge. You know, it's just a farm bridge.
Right.
It's just the flat boards and iron.
Plank.
Yeah, plank bridge.
Yeah.
So you stay along the iron. You don't walk in between. I stopped, take picture with my boyfriend. Geez. 3 seconds later, boom, and I got that picture still. I went right through. I didn't go all the way down, but I went all the way in. I was like that. And my shin was so screwed up. I think it was over 10 years before my leg got better, but the whole thing was black and blue except for the bottom of my toes and my heel. It was dark purple all the way up to my knee.
Ouch.
I got a big dent in my shin. I was misdiagnosed at the hospital, so I suffered worse till they finally figured out what was really wrong with me. Oh man, but my shin hit that iron.
Rip.
HRM says they do. He lost his flexor tendon in his thumb and his other thumb in a machine shop accident. That doctor sucked and left a bill for nearly 20 grand. It was just a small shallow nick in the right place. Ouch.
Mm.
Yeah. He says in the movies you see the actor hanging by an unraveling rope. That's what it feels like when you tear your tendon.
Get doing.
It feels like being struck by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tendons not.
G-trap.
Oh, awesome! Have a great time, G-Trapper. Good luck. Do a video.
Sweet. That's something I've never done. I went around my lake with a spotlight and stuff in the water. Man, you see some cool stuff.
Do you know the first time I've ever seen that done was on the show that's not on anymore because the guy's a diddler. The gun show there with the guy. He used to make queer guns. Like he'd take an AK-47 and a shotgun and combine them. What was his name? Will.
Yeah, he went to prison for child abuse and
on his own daughter.
Being a pedophile. Well, it's her too, but
yeah.
some other ones too.
Yeah. So, anywho, that's the first. She went on a date, not with the guy that she wound up marrying and wound up divorcing. They got divorced, by the way. The kid that used to be on the show that married her, they got divorced. Yeah. Anywho,
are you talking about Son of Guns?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just watching that video 20 minutes ago.
The daughter, the daughter went on a date, and they went bow fishing, and that's the first time I've ever seen anybody bow fish in my life. I didn't even know you could. I didn't know there was like a sport. I didn't know it was like a thing to do.
Oh, it's fun once you get the hang of it.
And then on this flat bottom, flat, what do you call it? Like a bass boat almost. You know what I mean? It's on a flat.
Yep.
And they're out in the swamps of Louisiana somewhere. And the kid got the light and she's got the bow and he went, bow. And I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Right?
Yep. I mean, it's got to be, all right. So help me out because I failed science. All right. When there's an object in the water, it's not where it is in the water, correct?
Right. The refractive something or other.
Okay. So and I found this out when I was a kid, right? Because when I'm a kid, I put a stick in the water and all of a sudden it looks, oh, the stick bent. No, it didn't bend. It's just, right? So I'm going to ask a silly ass question. You see the fish going by. How the hell do you know where to shoot the fucking fish?
Yeah, it's weird. You can see the fish here. You actually got to shoot.
Good night, honey.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to shoot before or after the fish.
Before. You have
Before?
to shoot in front. Yeah, between you and the fish, you have to shoot. Like, it depends how deep the fish is, like 6 or 8 inches or so. Sometimes you get them right on the surface, but Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Sorry, guys. Camera girl in front of me. She's finally on her way to bed at 11:15 at night.
Right.
Father of the year. They're on school vacation. They have my permission to stay up late. So, back to what I was asking, unless you already answered the question. And they made it look like it was like, they made it look as if they're at a fish hatchery and you can reach in and just take the fish. You know what I mean? They would, right. And they didn't miss.
Well, apparently they have done it before, because you will miss a few. Yeah, you actually got to shoot. I was just on MI. Depending how deep the fish is, closer to the surface, the better. You have to shoot in front of the fish, because the fish is actually here, but you're seeing it here.
So you're shooting like you shoot a duck.
No, not lead it that way. Between you and the fish, in front of.
Oh, so if the fish is here, if the fish is like this, you want to shoot. You don't want to shoot up. You want to shoot down.
Yeah,
right.
Shoot low.
Okay. All right, but I knew there was some kind of a. Guns girl says my dad dared me to do it at Cabela's into their trout river from the second floor. What? What did your father dare you to do?
Shoot a fish with a bow?
It's all right. I know a guy.
Yeah, right.
I can see you now, Guns girl. My dad said it was okay.
$400 trout.
Right. And then she's batting her eyelashes to get her ass out of trouble. She's like, please.
Yeah. One of the Bass Pro Shop by me has or used to, I haven't been there in a while. They used to have a harlequin duck in a pond. Oh man, I would love to have one of those ducks. That thing was so beautiful. I was thinking, fishing pole and a piece of bread.
I suck when I go to like Cabela's. Well, I really don't go to Cabela's. I've been in it a few times, but I'm in Bass Pro more than I'm in Cabela's. But I suck when I go to Bass Pro. I'm horrible. My wife actually gives me cash when I go. But then she takes my wallet. She gives me my driver's license so I can drive. And then she takes my wallet. She gives me cash. No debit card, no credit cards, nothing.
About how much is that? Okay, and here's your tax.
And she goes, here, this is what you can spend. I'm like, that ain't going to get me a fucking T-shirt, for Christ's sake.
Right.
Give me some more.
More. That's how I am at Harbor Freight. Holy crap.
Yeah, that store can be dangerous.
Yeah, I will not go in there on a payday.
Oh, Gander Mountain might be closed. Reopen, no close. Now, all tools. Wow. Yeah, they had a fight with a lot of people, Gander Mountain. This shot wasn't bad. It's pricey as fuck.
Yeah,
you're right, Tooth. Garage sales are still the best way. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
That's right. I'd just say I went to a grand opening over here by Grand Rapids down by Wyoming a few years ago, and it's already there to close it.
Wow. Now, see, they just refurbed one up by, it's actually in Davison, which is on the way to Flint.
Yep.
They refurbed the whole thing. They got a huge gun counter and reloading stuff, but their prices were a little stiff. But back in the day, Gander Mountain used to be cheaper than Bass Pro Shop by about $1 per item. You could almost guarantee it.
Huh.
Yeah, they weren't bad, but now they got pricey, and it was just off subject, but only for 5 seconds. I just realized I'm stuck here with a bunch of Michigan people. let me shout out the other Michigan guy, right? So again, for those who just came in or have only been here a few minutes or whatever, 39 Camper. You guys know him as Daryl, 39 Camper. He's doing a giveaway. So he asked me to let everybody know. So I'm letting everybody know. If you go over his channel, check him out. If you sub to him and you haven't seen the video, go check out the video. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what the giveaway, what the prizes are. Johnny said it was a top and something else. Trust me, if I know Daryl, it's a great giveaway. So go check that out. The other thing is that while I have all you Michigander people on here, so guess where the furthest people away from were from the dance competition?
Michigan?
Yeah, you guessed it. Plymouth, Michigan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. I was talking to a guy, and I'm like, he goes, I had a Patriots T-shirt on, and he's like, well, at least he went to a good school. And I said, who? Brady? He said, yeah, he went to a good school. I said, but sucks over there now. Their coach sucks. And he's like, did I tell you I was from Michigan? I'm like, no. So we're shooting the shit, and I said, no, I'm here. We were talking. I said, my daughter's dancing. He goes, oh yeah, mine too. I said, from Michigan? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow. I said, I never, as my wife went to Pennsylvania. I didn't go last year, but my wife went to Pennsylvania last year, and I think she said the first one away from there was Virginia, and that's really not that far. You can do that in a day, but Michigan to Connecticut's kind of far. He's like, yeah, but it's not bad, Yeah, he's like, but anyway, that's my off-topic thing. Only because, like I said, you guys are all from Michiganders. You guys are all Michiganders. So. I figured you thought that'd be funny. I was just outside calling them cats. They ignored my ass. I have a good idea that you can do those cats. No, I can't say that on TV.
Mittens.
But
cats can be stuck up little bitches sometimes. I don't need you. Oh, by the way, give me some food.
You know what sucks? You can't even fish in this heat. Unless you're going pan fishing. But it's just so.
The fish don't bite either. This heat gets the water, and they just go down to the bottom and sit there.
Right. They want no part of anything.
Plus, how you gonna come home without them getting rotten?
You'll catch the bluegill, but other than that, So you really don't want to. You obviously don't want to hike in this heat. For those of you, I don't know, because you're watching on Friday nights, because you're in a whatever, a lean-to, or you're wherever, a motel or something, right? But for those of you who are still hiking the Appalachian Trail this season, in this heat, good fucking luck.
Yeah, be careful.
Okay. And what sucks for you people is that by the time by the way, I'm sorry, for you people, is you get to New Hampshire and it's like 90 degrees outside, and then you climb in all those mountains, and you get to Washington and it's like fucking, 32.
Yeah.
So, and Washington's really not that much of a, it's not as high as the Pacific Northwest mountains. It's only 68, 63, something like that. 62, whatever. I mean, shit, there's mountains out there that are fucking 20,000 feet. But for a 6,000 footer, usually people we get this heat wave up here. You go on Mount Washington to cool off.
Yeah.
Usually, before I got disabled and all this kidney stuff, when the heat would get like this, I would jump in icy cold river Just spend the day at the river in the shade. The water's so cold, no one else will get in.
Yeah.
Truth Free says, meant to mention West New York by her for coyote rabies starting. Fox.
Probably Fox.
Fox and coyote rabies. Funny you mentioned that. When I was in Connecticut, they were saying that 40% of the ticks down there have Lyme disease.
Wow.
Down in Connecticut.
More and more tick bites now are making people have allergic reactions to red meat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, then here we go talking about ticks again. I remember the red meat brought up the last time. Holy crap.
Well, it's...
I'm guilty. I've had 2 chats, and we ended up talking about ticks too.
The thing of it is, though, is that try not to aim for the possum, okay? For those who didn't know, because I just found out about this, possum eat ticks.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Possum.
Yeah, don't ask me how, why, whatever, but they eat ticks. Kill all the coyote you can, kill all the what do you call it? I call them little Bruins. Because to me they look like little bears.
Well, they probably wait till the ticks fill up with blood and get like a balloon, and then they eat them for a little morsel.
No, but I guess they eat them off branches and everything too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, possums got a lot of diseases too.
Yeah.
But
anything that poops, pees, and has
anything that eats a possum, kill it. So, kill all the coyotes you see, kill all the fisher cats you see. Don't let your dog go out and get any, because they eat ticks.
And keep your lawn clean and tidy so your dogs don't get ticks from your own yard.
right.
Just cut your grass. It should be fine.
Yeah.
But behind my buddy's house here in my town, they all come back in and they're all covered in ticks. Now I have no idea why I don't. All right, going to bed. I've been up since 4. Good night, everyone. 4 what, this afternoon? Where you going? Where you going, sweetheart?
That was the quickest gear shift I've heard in a while.
Yeah. There wasn't no double clutching on that one.
Right?
You can't go to bed now. All right. Good night, guns girl. Sleep tight. You're lucky I have a voice, because back in November when I lost, I could do my Wolfman Jack voice for you. 4 a.m. Well, good night, sweetheart. What the hell was I saying before I went into my Barry White voice?
Something about
my buddy. So my buddy out back, right? They all get ticks all over them. I don't, right? And I go, Mikey, I don't know how the hell. He goes, I stay in the trail. And so he took me out back, and you can literally see them on the trees and everything else.
Oh,
that's ridiculous.
I'm like, dude, why don't you spray it? Do something. He's like, no, because then if I spray it, I don't want the deer to take off.
Yeah, but the deer are going to die with all them ticks in it,
Like,
that's
Jesus.
one good thing I got. I'm at least 200 yards away from any type of woods. It's all just field with. Right now, it's got soybeans in it, but
right.
We don't have any ticks in our yard, thank goodness.
Of course, I say that. Watch, the first time I'm in the woods, I'm going to get one. But
I got one last year. Knock on wood. So far, I haven't gotten one, and that was the only one I've ever got in my life.
Yeah, I've never had a tick on me ever. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've been bit by a tick.
That's why the whole reason I use that little tent I bought was for that reason. I used to just sleep on a mat under my tarp, you know, in the open.
I wasn't laughing at you, Johnny. That ringtone goes something like this. Your phone is ringing, Shalisa. No, you're right, Johnny. It's something that I bet you more people would probably enjoy the outdoors if this tick epidemic wasn't such an epidemic.
Yeah.
There was a YouTube channel earlier. I was watching it a live feed just before you started. They won't even go camping now because of the ticks right now.
Yeah. It's so then, you know, me and my silliness, I said to my buddy about his backyard. I go, well, it was a really chilly, cold winter. You know, I go, it can't be that bad this year. He goes, Mike, there's winter ticks. I go, what? He goes, ticks live in the winter too, you know.
Yes, they do.
Get the fuck out of here.
Under all the leaf litter and stuff.
He goes, watch this. We go out in his backyard, sure, and shit. He kicks the snow, you know, at the tree line from where his backyard meets the woods. And he moves all the snow under the leaves and all that shit. And he's like, there you go. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they go dormant in the wintertime.
So, you know what he's been doing?
Getting itchy.
You know what he's been doing, though? You know the dog and tick repellent collars?
Yeah.
And they work pretty well. You know what he's been doing? Like every other thing, he went out and bought a shitload of collars. And he'll put one like one on the branch here, and then, you know, on his trail where he walks, you know?
Yeah.
To go to his tree stand. And he'll put another one, thinking that they'll take another avenue, but at least he can walk by and not have fucking 8 of them on his arm, you know? Of course, there are 2 different types, too, you know?
Oh, there's a few different types now. Now they got another one that if it bites you, you can end up in the hospital within 48 hours.
But you get the wood ticks that are, you know.
Wood tick, deer tick.
Truth Free says, we produce like no one's business, so, yeah. But also body checks, seems accepted. Yep. Antibiotic can't. Not all Lyme bites give the telltale ring. You're right. Indeed. This is true. So Shalise is going to put the itch out there with the...
Nice.
Hey, is this Tom Ritter guy out there? Hi, Tom. Good to see you, buddy. Diluted Dawn in a recycled spray bottle kills any bug. Yep. There's also essential oils. I was watching this video about how to do mosquito spray and tick spray.
Yeah, peppermint oil. And
it's the one for the mosquitoes is more than the ticks, believe it or not. No word of a lie. But who put it out? Mega Woodstalker. Mega Woodswalker? What the hell's his name?
Yeah, Mega Woodswalker.
Yep. All right. So go watch Mega Woodswalker. Cool dude, by the way. Real cool.
He's always excited.
Yeah. Go to his channel and check it out. The other thing you want to do is you also want to do what HRM just said. I haven't done that. I have heard about that, though. Diluted Dawn in a spray bottle.
And if it kills a mosquito, it will kill a tick.
Yep. Truth Freeze is saying rose geranium is key.
Yeah, if you can stand that smell.
Yeah.
25 years ago, people thought HRM was nuts. A nutcase for suggesting that. He discovered it at 12 years old. Hey, you go with what works. I tell people all the time. I don't give a rat's ass what it is. For some people, the fabric softeners work for mosquitoes. You know, you take one of them fabric softener sheets and you do one of these.
I've never heard that.
Yep. You do one of those, right? That's supposed to. It does help. I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, like literally right beside the person.
I forgot all about that. I take a paper towel and stencil soft, and I fold it up and I keep it tucked in my shirt or pocket or wherever. And anytime they start buzzing around and start flapping around and rubbing around on me, it helps a lot.
The other thing is that peppermint is a big yes. That's what he uses. Truth Freeze. That's what one of the essential oils is that Mega Woods Walker uses is peppermint in it. The other one, it's a good concept. They have these like little battery operated little boxes you can hook to your belt, and it gives out like a little, like a, you know, vibration, I guess. I'm assuming. Well, because think about it, Stevie. Go out in the yard, right? When it's the buggiest, go out in your yard, right? And start your skill saw. You ever been bitten by a bug while using the skill saw? Or a chainsaw? I haven't. No, you know why? Because of the noise. And the, what do you call it gives? Those little battery operated, what do you call it? So you can clamp onto your pocket or anything like that, right?
Little sonic things.
I'm telling you, some of those work too. Yeah, Tom, that's the one that he uses too. That's in that also. Just recently, my mother and father accepted I was right about using Dawn. Seriously? No, who the hell told me about using Dawn?
Right on, Tom. Says he's been bit by the saw.
Right. Who the hell told me about the Dawn? I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, my cousin. Because one year the black flies, these little tiny black flies we get up here were very bad. So bad that you couldn't go out. You needed a head net.
Yeah.
They would just carry you away. And if you didn't wear a head net, you had to have a couple of green fires in your yard for the smoke.
I used to take my daughter out with me and sit by the fire, and they'd eat the shit out of her and wouldn't touch me.
Smoke really does help. I don't care what anybody says. The smoke really does help.
No, smoking helps a lot with the gnats.
Yep. Get some out of there, you know.
They come after, the mosquitoes come after your carbon monoxide that you breathe out. That's what attracts them.
I'll tell you what bothers me the most. It isn't the 80 million bugs that get you all at one time. If I'm laying down, I'm just about to sleep, and all of a sudden here, oh Jesus Christ, I fucking hate it.
Right.
Because now you like you swat or whatever. You close your eyes again, and you're like almost at that point again, and all of a sudden here, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yep.
So now I'm the light. You can't find
I'm
them.
up, the lights on. I'm chasing a goddamn mosquito in my room. You know. My daughter got bit. Speaking of ground bees, my daughter got bit on the foot tonight. Camera girl took a bite in the foot.
Be careful out there. There's some new Japanese hornet or wasp, and it's absolute. This thing is like half the size of a hummingbird. It's freaking huge, big
Really?
yellow, orange-looking thing.
Down south or here?
Here.
Really?
Yeah, some
I only see like 2 a year.
Good thing they don't fly this way.
What about them? You can't drown them with soap?
Oh, I don't know about them, but I'm just saying, warning people that I'm talking big. It's huge.
I'll be right back.
But we had a bunch of them. They were nesting in the ground, and they were right out just beyond where the shortstop stayed in a baseball field.
Giant black Michigan wasp.
Now, these are some Japanese wasp. They came over, and they're now an invasive species. They're like orange and yellow. They're wicked looking.
They call there's another one too. They're saying cicada killer wasp are no cause for concern. The MSU extension is talking about.
Truth Freeze knows what I'm talking about. She said the Asians are monsters.
Now they can get back on the boat they came over in.
I wish. Tom, is it Japanese? Somewhere over there in the Orient.
Yeah, they all suck.
Truth Freeze, I got a playlist called Big Girl Cartoons on my channel. There's the first one is about hornets and bees. You get a kick out of that.
Yeah, I know they're I broke open their nests and their nest stinks. Huh. Tom says Asian is all they're calling it.
They can keep it. I don't like anything that stings.
Yeah. Well, these things are actually like putting people into convulsions and killing people and all kinds of nasty stuff.
Yeah, especially if you're allergic to a bee and to get stung by one of them.
Well, I killed one and took it to the shop, and I bet you 5 grown men ran out of that room when I showed it to them. The stinger on that thing was almost a ½ inch long.
Hell yeah. You should have saved it. I want to see. I love catching those big giant things and keeping them. That one, once when I was a little kid, I had to show everybody that thing was like a freaking hummingbird.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those big giant black ones before. They're actually kind of cool looking. They're so black they look purple, or vice versa.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of those in Delaware.
We're talking about bugs, right?
Yeah, wasps.
Okay, good.
Kind of metallic colored.
I used to call them mud daubers, but I know they're not. Mud daubers are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are, what do we call those up here? The ones that are in the mud. You're talking about bees?
Yeah, wasps.
Yeah, wasps, exactly.
Please go correct you. Like I correct everyone with pines.
Yeah, they're in
the big.
They have one down south somewhere. They call it the bull something or whatever, and it
Oh, the cow killer.
I don't know what it does. So if it goes and bites you, what it does is that before it even does, like you'll have one, right? 1 or 2, 5 or whatever. It leaves an oil on your skin, which is an invite for every other fucking known to man to fucking eat you, and you wind up. It's what the hell is it called? It's huge. It's not a regular wasp. It's I don't know. It's freaking huge. Can I be here as a left libertarian? You can be here to be whatever you want to be, Druid. How are you?
Just don't be an ass.
Don't be an ass, and don't be a racist, and you're welcome here.
You're not thinking of a bald-faced hornet, are you?
I don't know. I was watching this thing on the Learning Channel, I think. I think it was the Learning Channel.
There's a thing called bull ants.
It's only down south. It's only like on the, you know, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, that whole area.
I remember Michelle talking about one out by her mother's place, and I think they called them cow killers.
Okay. Maybe that's the one. Oh, you're screwed. Yep, you are. Good night, people. What's her last wishes before going to the rest home?
Describe me the bug. Found the cow killer bug.
You're not a racist because you hate everyone equally, though, Druid. It has to be equally.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but they're. I told you guys about the one that took the nest out of my brother's backyard, the size of a friggin' basketball, with the black with the white striped ones.
Oh, bald-faced hornet.
Oh yeah, they have the hanging nests.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm glad we're talking about this.
We didn't get bit though. We didn't get bit.
I'm surprised. Usually they're one of the more aggressive ones out there.
There's only me, and I have an older sister and one younger. Well, I have. All right, so I have 2 older sisters and 3 younger brothers. So I have 1 older sister and 1 younger brother. There's 3 of us that aren't allergic. The other 3 are allergic to bees.
Yikes.
And so my brother that's not allergic, obviously, and I did it. And I'll tell you what, I was shaking like a mofo doing that because those are nasty ass fucking bees. Yellow jackets.
I haven't been watching for bees and wasps like I had last year. I should be paying more attention. I'm out there all the time.
Yellow jackets don't bother me. The yellow jackets don't bother me. The ones that irritate me the most are the brown hornets because they go in my. That's why I drink out of a bottle now, because when you drink out of a can, I've been stung on my lip and it hurts like a bitch. I don't know if anybody's ever been stung in the mouth.
I had a friend that got stung in the tongue drinking out of a Mountain Dew can.
Yeah. That's why I drink out of a bottle, Johnny.
Yep.
It's the exact reason why I drink out of a bottle. I can put the cap on it. Haha, you can't get at me. You know? When I was 7, I went under a park slide and was stung by hornets. Yeah. Exactly, right? Hate that.
Yeah, I'm real careful with my soda pop in the summertime where I leave it, or I usually got it covered now.
Keep your stinger straight and your powder dry. Good night, Tom. Good seeing you, buddy.
Have a good night, Tom.
I'm glad things are going better for him.
Yeah, you're right, Truth Freeze. It's like their last. Right when it starts getting cold, them yellow jackets go bonkers.
Yep. Looks like they're going to go fucking sting everything they can.
Yep.
Do we know anybody know Druid, by the way? Welcome to our little humble abode.
Nope. What should we say? Hey, Nathan, how you doing, buddy?
Nathan 4071. How are you?
Nathan the man.
Captain of Cool.
What the fuck's video was I just watching, Nathan, that you sent him a jumbo thing?
Let's do this.
And I commented on it too. I want to say it was Sunday. Was it Sunday or was it Monday before I left for vacation? Shit, I forget. I know. Where is he? Where the hell, Mikey?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Yeah, that time I got stung inside my bottom lip. That That was a yellow jacket actually got in my Coke can. I was talking, when I worked for myself, I was talking to a customer. And man, I was trying to keep it straight, you know, talking to that customer stuff in his garage. I was like, holy crap, did that hurt?
Oh, yeah, and you check to see if the stinger's out and everything. It's like,
oh.
Yeah, especially when it's still moving, still pumping juice into you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
just driving it in there.
I hate the ones that grab on and you're like trying to shake them off, brush them off, and they're like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
It burned more than anything else, you know?
Right.
It was like a burning sensation when it got me in the lip, you know? The one that really hurt was when I was a kid. I was about 13 or so. I don't know. Anyways, I backed into a snowmobile with a cover on it. You know, obviously it being the summertime. And right up the shorts they went.
Oh.
All I did was I ran for the lake. The lake was probably 50, 60 yards away. And I ran for the lake. And oh man, did that hurt. I had like a couple on each cheek, one on the hamstring. It was the jewels didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that fucking hurt.
We had when I lived on this street years ago, I lived in a 3-floor apartment house, and the lady on the second floor had moved out. Well, she came back a couple weeks later to dig some of her flowers out of the flower bed, and she got into a ground nest full of yellow jackets, and they went right up her shorts, and were stinging her all in her hoo-ha and stuff, and she's out dancing around the yard and come running to our door. And my wife says, well, take your shorts off, you idiot. I don't have any underwear on.
So what?
Yeah, my wife just held up a towel and she stripped buck naked right there in the backyard. That poor kid, man, she was doing the dance.
We had bees, though. They didn't bite. Don't ask me why. All right. So one day I was working for the heating company. So we worked. It's a condo type thing, you know. We had a couple of bay doors. This other company, okay. So all of a sudden, I'm sitting there. I got the bay door wide open. I'm standing there having a butt, and I'm like, wow, it got a little funny outside. So I get up and I move closer. Okay. I couldn't count them. It'd be totally impossible. Okay. But it had to be at least 40 feet long. And they were flying about 8 feet off the ground. And it went about 10, 15 feet in the air. All right. So they're flying, right? All of them bees. They went from one corner of the building to the other corner of the building. You know what they were doing? No, I know this afterwards. You know what they were doing? Following the queen.
Yep.
All right. And one of the guys that I work was allergic. And he damn near passed out. You know? He thought he was going to die right then and there. I actually went outside. I mean, after I closed all the doors for him, you know? And I went outside, and he's like, "You're out of your fucking mind." I'm like, "That's a phenomenon. What are you kidding me? This is awesome." And not one bee, not one came near me. So we called the association, the condo association people, and they sent a beekeeper down. And he came right away, and they were still flying. So now they're all, the ones that are catching up, right? And now they're all on the side of the wall, on the building, right? Up and down the friggin' corner, waiting their turn to get in the hole.
Oh.
Right? And it was like It was phenomenal. And the beekeeper, you thought you gave the beekeeper $1 million. He goes, where did they come from? I go, the other corner of the building. He goes, well, there's a nest in there and I want it. I said, well, you'll have to ask the condo association. I don't know anything about this bullshit. They gave him permission. He went in, and of course, because the wall sucked anyways. He went in and took the wall down. Dude, he took that hive out in pieces.
Cool.
Like, it was, they had to be 4 foot lengths. They was taking this hive out. Dude, I never, ever, ever seen a hive that big before in my life.
Full of honey and stuff?
Yeah. Biggest thing I've ever seen in my life for a beehive. Hey, father and son, Adventures of Iowa. How the hell are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. Always a pleasure to see you. I'm glad Miss Shalisha Shaw was able to join us again after dropping out. Did Stevie point to his finger and go poof?
She came back.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes, yep.
We didn't know that you were coming back. You know? It was kind of funny because she pointed her finger and you were gone.
See it?
Listen.
On this side of the fence, when I got booted, it was like I was still here because I could hear you got, and all of a sudden, one by one, you started freezing up.
Weird.
I didn't do it. Mike, you do that good. You must have had acting classes.
What I missed there? My may have cancer.
Everybody, Father and Son Adventures got a brand new grandson here yesterday. I think it was the day before.
Awesome.
Well,
congratulations.
Yeah. 3 days ago.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
Handsome little guy.
Now you're going to be father, son, and grandson? Adventures of Iowa?
I can't spell all that. Come on.
Oh, that's excellent. I love hearing news like that. You know, it's bad enough we hear the bad shit, you know.
Right. Good shit is welcome.
What's happening in this world and everything, you know, and then finally something good happens. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, and R.I.P. There, Mr. Joe Jackson. I heard Mr. Jackson, of the father of the Jackson 5, is no longer with us.
Really?
He used to be my kid I went to high school with. He was his neighbor.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so much for the trickle-down theory.
Right. Yeah. But yeah.
Where did GI go?
I'm sorry?
I thought I saw GI pop in. Where do you go?
I don't know. I didn't see GI. Did I shout Georgie out?
I didn't see George.
I seen him a while back. I said, hey, GI, and then poof.
Did I shout him out?
It's quite a ways up there. It says evening, and that was it.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, hi.
Oh, wow. I didn't. Jeez, now I feel like an idiot.
Just
See,
chilling.
that's what I mean. Sometimes if I'm in here and I'm not out there, I don't see, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he popped up.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody bet me. Bet me an iced coffee. Do something. Bet me an iced coffee. How about bragging rights? Is bragging rights all right to bet? Can we do that?
Right. Yeah, speaking of lathe work, Nathan, I got a nice piece of red cedar today. Just can't wait to get on the lathe. Oh, God, he already wakes up at midnight. Ugh.
Stevie, save those shavings.
Yeah.
Dust, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Save it all. Clean it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the red cedar. Okay? Put it in the bag. Then when you sit out in your backyard or whatever and it's fucking buggy, get yourself a tin can or whatever. Smolder that shit up.
Will do. That means I got to clean my floor before I start, though.
It's another clean your floor before you start. It's another friggin' mosquito killer is cedar. Mosquitoes can't stand cedar.
Mosquitoes don't like cedar. That's easy to remember. Bam.
Oh, good Christ almighty. The two of yous, I'm going to tell you. The two of yous. Oh, my goodness. I didn't really think that people from Michigan had such a great sense of humor. Quit with this shit, you know? Well, used to were killing me.
Once in a blue moon.
That was fucking hilarious. That was hilarious. So where'd you get your hand? Where did you get your hand? Yeah. Spit it out, Mike. How did you get your hands on a piece of red cedar? And what do you have in mind with it?
Lucky me, they cleared a big old hillside at work so they can sit up on the hill and see down to the pond.
Yep.
And it would have went through the chipper, but the company's chipper broke just before they got to the red cedar. Man, I scurried up that hill and started grabbing pieces. So I got some cool bent, gnarly looking funky pieces and a couple of straight pieces. So I was pretty excited.
So that shit's artwork. I mean, I don't need to tell you, but what's his name up there in Minnesota? Joe and Zach's survival channel there. That's what he does for a living. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, he's a woodworker, and he made. If you go on, I forget his other. He has another channel, Backwoods Cabin channel, I think is the name of it. Okay, so if you've seen his videos, right?
Yeah.
His bed in his tent, he made that.
Oh, cool.
In his dad's cabin, the Backwoods Cabin, him and his dad made all that shit in there, dude. That's all custom. Everything's custom. They did that. They didn't buy any of that bullshit.
Nice.
He'd find a piece of wood out in the woods, right? And go, and in his head, he can say, well, I can use that for this.
Yeah.
Leave it in his living room so it'll dry out. All right, Johnny, we'll be here. Leave it in his living room to dry out, right? and then he turned it into. Dude, go back and look at them. It's you'd appreciate it because you're a wood guy.
Right. That's how I am. I walk through the woods and I'm looking at lamps and.
That's what I'm saying. You guys can do all that. Exactly. You guys have that. You know. Yeah. So.
Oops.
Wrong box. I thought I was the only one who did that.
Bite me.
Okay.
Did you just say wrong box?
Yes, I did.
Oh, just checking.
Of course, you didn't hear her say "bite me," did you?
She can say anything she wants.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Just because this isn't Fat Woods Anonymous chat, she's still a queen. So the queen gets to say what the fuck she wants. Okay, so. That I'll guarantee you.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
D-O-N-E. D-O-N fucking E. Kabish.
Capiche. I've heard that one in a while.
Nobody can say, Mikey, you're an asshole. Mikey's this, Mikey's that. You got that right. Two or three said carpentry skills are good. That's unreal. It's to have a trade, whether it's carpentry, whether it's metal. I don't give a shit what the trade is. It's phenomenal. However, not just a trade, but like carpentry, especially if you're a metal guy and stuff like that. But mainly carpentry, though. Like I said, when you can take something and furniture makers and cabinet makers and all that, and they see something like Stevie just said, he's out in the woods saying, hey, that'll make a nice lamp.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not out in the woods saying that'll make a nice lamp. I mean, have I in the past said that would look cool like that? Yeah, but not the way Stevie does it. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I consider my career very lucky that I actually got to do something that I love. I'm very lucky. I get to do what I do.
Because I don't even own anything. I don't give a shit. I don't care if it starts or not. It'll start and stop, and I'll end it. It'll be ended in 2.2 seconds.
Right.
I'm answering your question, by the way. You're
right.
It is though. It's an art, and it's like. Long story short, had a girlfriend. Obviously, now I'm married. I don't have one tool anymore. I think I went out and bought a saw, a hand saw. I have a hammer. I got a drill I got a drill, and that's it. I don't have none of my other shit, because I'm not nowhere near what you are, Stevie. But I did every once in a while, kind of like if my mom said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind having this out," so my brother, I want to say my brothers did it when he was living with her. He made her a just out of 2x, a little stupid flower box thing out of 2. You know what I mean? And she loves it. I can't even make that. I mean, I can do that now, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And other things like I don't have a lathe or that, but it's just awesome to see how people can, Wyndham Woodcraft on YouTube. He calls it Thunder, but he makes one of these, right? And of course, on a much larger scale. All right, if you ever seen the video, it's like this. It's got to be 10 inches fucking round, for Christ's sake. I think he calls it Thor. Because after Thor's friggin', what do you call it? And what he tried to do the old way, the old-fashioned way, and he said he'll never do it again. He said he'll cheat and use a hole saw.
Right.
But he burnt his hole for this pot.
Excuse me?
Yeah. He burnt it. Johnny probably remembers that video when Chris made the hammer.
The big mullet.
the big mullet, right? Like the big, he calls it Thor, right? And he burnt it out instead of drilling it out.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll never do that again. He says, if I do, I'm using a hole saw. You know, I'll cheat. But, you know, it's just stuff like that you know, and I just think it's an absolute art to watch people do it. Like my dad, he was a machinist, so by trade, and there was a time he'll tell you what the thickness is on something. I mean, he'll put a friggin', he can tell you the thickness of a fucking dime, you know, and it's just you know.
That machinists fascinate me. That's probably what would have got into if I wouldn't have got into the carpentry stuff.
Well, but it's something, you know. It's just fascinating. It's like even like guys take like and you guys know this, because even when he's not here, I always say it. You take guys like Johnny and my Woodsman. You take guys like Chris, and you take all these other guys, working class woodsmen. All these guys, Derek, all Mega Woodstock, all these guys that know the woods and know. To me, that is just that's what I like to be able to do, is be there. Be at that level someday, you know, and because it is an absolute, I think, an absolute awesome trait to have, to know what's what and shit like that, and you know, for you know, doomsday and all that bullshit. I'm just talking for, you know. What's the word I'm looking for? Not just for like survival, being like a survivalist, but I'm talking about just having the knowledge to. In other words, I mean, do we get turned around in the woods? Yeah, but I don't picture one of those guys ever being on TV with, you know, the fucking wardens and the fucking helicopters and everybody searching for their asses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a good saying that I always stood by is, I don't put myself in that situation.
Yeah, you guys know, you know, it's just
knowing to put the brakes on.
Yeah, to hell with the pride.
Perfect example. Perfect example, right? Let's just say Johnny didn't go out yet this year. I'm going to use you as an example, if you don't mind.
No,
let's just say, you know, John wasn't out yet this year, and and he wants to get out of the house. He wants to get in the woods. He wants to do, you know, go camping. He wants to do whatever he wants to do, right? You know, go canoeing with Adrian, whatever it may be, right?
Have a great night, HRM.
HRM, thanks for coming as usual, my friend. The heat wave hits, and instead of saying, I haven't been out yet, I gotta get out, I don't care if it's hot, I'm going, right? He knows that he can't. Okay, so he's not that like he said it in his own words. I didn't. He said, I don't put myself in those positions, in those situations. So he's not gonna go out knowing the heat will mess him up with the meds that he's on, right? Doesn't like, he's not a heat guy like moi. Okay, so, but he doesn't put himself in those, like he said, he doesn't put himself in those situations where you might have a guy like me that says, you know what, fuck it, I'm going. That might have the same thing like Johnny, right? Medication doesn't really go with the heat and blah, blah, blah. And we just don't like the heat and other things, you know. So you have a guy like me go out there, right? The next thing you know, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And everything takes a shit dive from there.
Well, not only that, but you could go out in the same kind of situation too, and not necessarily get in trouble, but have a miserable ass time.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to go to the woods and be miserable. You know, I don't care if people say I bring too much to the woods and this and that. I'm like, you know what? I go out there to enjoy myself and have fun.
Well, there's no reason not to be comfortable in this modern time and, you know, this era.
No, I don't need to lay on a pine bough bed. I did all that crap when I was a kid.
Right. I'm with you. I think I've talked with you about this before. I'm with you. You know, at almost 51 years old, my back is not made to laying on pine boughs. Now, in an emergency, I put myself in a bad position. You know, could I make a shelter and lay on pine boughs? Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I just choose not to.
Yeah.
You know, take for instance when I go, I'm telling you, I'm doing this if it's the last thing I do, but I'm going with somebody that knows what the fuck's going on too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna go winter camping this year, and guess what I'm sleeping on? A fucking cot.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going in the cottage or in a cabin or anything like that. I don't give a shit if I huff and puff 40 million times because I want to put a fucking extra weight in a sled and pull it because I have to bring a fucking a camping cot. I'm sleeping on a fucking cot. I am not.
That's the deal breaker kind of thing. You know, they talk about all the hauling all the gear, like you're saying, hauling that extra weight for that cot. What do you actually haul on extra? Another 5-10 pounds?
10 pounds, maybe.
You know,
if that.
That don't break the straw in the camel's back with me.
No. If you're pulling, my belief is if you're pulling 100 pounds, let's just say you're pulling 100 pounds, right? And let's just say you got a backpack on, which never ceases to amaze me while I'm watching these winter videos. People have a backpack on and they have a sled.
Yeah,
fuck that. Put the backpack on the fucking sled and pull it. But anyway, that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. So let's pretend I had a backpack on. So now I got whatever, another 10 pounds, right? If I'm pulling 100 pounds in my sled, is 10 pounds really that much?
Right. It's damn near worth it. Sure enough, is worth a good night's sleep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, you get to the age where you don't feel like you got to prove yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not Grizzly Adams, and I don't want to be.
Yep.
No. Like I said, if I'm and I'll do it again. I'm gonna go hunting again, and I'm gonna get turned around in the woods again. It's gonna happen. Okay, it's gonna happen. And I'll try to get my buddy to give me a drop point and all that bullshit like they tried to get me out of the woods and all that. Okay, but push comes to shove, I'm not gonna die in the woods. I'm not gonna freeze to death in the woods. Because I have a lighter in my pocket. And I know what dry wood looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Nathan says, get a goat.
Exactly. Exactly, Nathan. No, but you know what I'm saying? I have some kind of a knife with me if I need to baton a little pieces of wood to start the fire, you know, for kindling. You know what I mean? I am not going to freeze to death. It's just not going to happen.
No.
You know, it's just not going to happen. I'll never freeze. I will set the fucking forest on fire before I freeze to death.
Right.
There are too many pine trees in the main forest for me to fucking not have a fire. It's just in birch trees. If you can't light a fire in the state of Maine, you have a fucking big time issue.
Yeah, stay out of the woods.
And this is the other thing that bothers me. Sometimes. No, I'll never tell somebody, like, I'll watch these videos and, you know, it's wet. Their bow drill set's not working. Or or it's too wet, they can't use the flint and steel, or whatever other fire starter they want to use isn't working properly. I don't care if you smoke or you don't smoke. Bring a fucking lighter with you.
Yep.
Bring a fucking, especially if you're, to me, if you're camping in the fall or the winter and you don't bring a lighter with you, shame on you. And I don't care if you're Bear Grylls. I don't give a rat's fuck who you are. If you don't bring a lighter with you, shame on you.
Yep. At least one. Redundancy is very important in that situation.
Yep.
I always got a lighter, and I usually carry a little waterproof container with stormproof matches in it that'll burn underwater.
Right.
When my son and I went to Maine, John, right, I did just that. He goes, Dad, you have a lighter. What are you worried about? I said, well, first of all, we're going to go on a little walk here, a little hike, whatever the hell you want to call it. I says, I don't know the terrain. I don't know if I'm going to come into because I didn't have a map. I didn't have anything. I just saw a trail. I want to go walk on it. And I says, we hit a swamp or whatever, or we get wet, we're crossing a creek, whatever the case may be, right? He says, yeah. I go, I need something to light a fire with if we, something happened, right? I says, granted, we're only going to walk a few miles, but still, a few miles is, Jesus Christ, a poor woman in Maine that was hiking the Appalachian Mountain, the Appalachian Trail, excuse me, died 800 yards off the fucking trail. They couldn't find her. She was 800 yards off the trail.
Wow.
She couldn't find her way out because it's like this. You can go from, whoa, look at this, to, wow, that fucking tree's close in an instant. And she couldn't find her way out.
That happens a lot on AT. They go to the bathroom.
She wound up dying.
Yeah, they go do a bathroom break, man. They go back far enough away from the trail where people can't see it, and you can't see the trail no more, and then they get turned right around, and that's what happens.
So I told my son, I said, so up the top of my backpack, because you guys see my backpack, right on the very top, the camp soap containers, they're like this big, right? They usually come on in their waterproof. That's what I put in there, Johnny. I didn't have like a container, but I had that kind. I had a big container, but I didn't have right in there. And I goes, that way there. If this gets wet, they're not. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Redundancy. I don't give a rat's ass if people say, hey, you have too much fire starting. I don't give, really? No such thing.
Yeah, right.
Especially if it's like I said, especially if it's the fall and winter. No such fucking thing.
Yeah, I've always got easy minimum of 3 different ways to start fire on me. Easy.
Yep.
Especially if I bring my fire kit. Then I got 4 or 5 different ways.
Now, I believe Quag Dweller's already gone. But if you guys go over to Quag Dweller's channel, I believe, because Quag Dweller hikes a lot.
Yeah, he does.
I believe he always carries, I want to say 2 forms of fire making. And he generally hikes. I mean, he does ice fishing and all that. Don't misunderstand me. Okay. And he does a lot of canoeing and, things like that. He just did one. He just did a 7-day thing with Maine Dweller. But it's not. It's
And you don't have to be a long ways from the road or vehicle to get in the dire straits. You could sprain an ankle or break a leg and have to lay there for a couple hours till help gets there.
Yeah, right.
Keep warm. I mean, one of the first things if you hurt yourself bad, you start getting chilled if you're just laying there.
Yeah.
And building a fire will help you concentrate and stop yourself from going into shock.
Absolutely. And I also feel, you know, like people have PM'd me, people have told me on chats, people have told me a lot of things when it comes to me and my want and my desire to go winter camping. They go, Mike, just go. Well, no, it's not just that simple. And I tell them all the time, I go, I've never gone. Okay, not once. Well, I shouldn't say that. In my young years, I kind of did. But anywho, I said, but I wouldn't go winter camping unless I was in cell phone service area by myself. This is unless I'm in cell phone service area. Okay, and I wasn't that far away from help.
Yeah,
because
times,
like Stevie just alluded to, especially in the winter.
Oh yeah,
too many things go wrong.
Yeah,
oh, that piece of wood. That piece of wood looks good. I'm going to go get it. Now you walk off a trail, okay, and maybe the trail's packed down so I'm not wearing snowshoes, okay, and now I'm waist deep in a snowdrift, and in that snowdrift was a down tree or a hole from a down, you know, the hole that the trees leave when they fall down or what have you, and now, like Stevie just said, I broke my ankle.
Yep.
There's no way in the fuck I'm waist deep in snow with a broken ankle getting out of that. Right? So if I'm not in cell phone service area, okay, I am screwed.
Yeah, big time.
And let's just pretend I can. Let's just pretend I'm like Rambo or somebody fucking retarded, right? And I find the strength to get out of the hole. Okay? And now I'm hobbling back to camp. Okay? I'm in the snow, I'm soaking wet now. And like Stevie said, I'm shivering like there's no fucking tomorrow. Okay? Do you really think I'm gonna go looking for my fucking flint and steel? On my bow drill set?
Hell no.
No. So I tell people, I don't want to do it by myself until I'm comfortable doing it by myself. And even when I do it by myself, I'm not doing it, like I said, unless I'm in cell phone area.
Right. Smart, though. That's a smart concept.
Because I'm not, and again, I said it already. I've said it way before tonight, and I'll say it again. I'm not at a level, okay, where, especially in the winter, that I'm going to go in the woods, that far in the woods by myself. It's just not. Like I said, no phone service. No, it's just not going to happen.
If you want to test out your gear, it's just as cold 100 yards from the truck that it is from a mile from the truck.
Fuck it.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
I've done it in the backyard.
I seen one kid outdoors something outdoors. He made a joke out of it too. He's pulling this sled, right, and he's like, and I'm finally here, right? He unloads his sled. He goes, that's Jesus Christ, that walk. Then he pans the camera back to his truck. His truck's like fucking 60 yards away. Right? And then he sets up his teepee, goes in the woods, gets his wood, and blah, 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 blah. But, and he said, I know a lot of people think I'm cheating and da, 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 da. First thing I did on this thing was, right, screw them people that think you're cheating. You do what you want to do. You know? And he explained, you know, I'm by myself, blah, 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 you know? And I'm like, screw them. You're not there for them. You're there for you. You know?
Yep.
I mean, not that there isn't just as many dangers in the springtime, summertime that there is in the winter. I mean, you can roll a canoe and say, you know, well, bye. You know?
Yeah, there don't have to be snow on the ground to get hypothermia.
Nope.
Tell me about it. Been there, done that.
Nope. You know, I mean, you go canoeing in any type of river, any type of rapid, you know, any type of, not rapid, but, you know, current, if you will.
Dude, it don't even take current. I pulled my canoe up on the shore and got the front of it up on the dirt too high, turned it into a big pivot.
Yeah.
Just like one of them ladder things you're supposed to climb at a fair.
Yeah, touch the $5 bill. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, it's, you know, the summertime has its dangers just as much as the winter. You know, like we just talked about earlier, you can step on a hive, you can do all kinds of silly stuff in the summertime.
Yep.
You know, still the same result if you're not, you know.
Actually, in the summertime, I'm more leery about bees and ticks and critters that can bite you than I am in the wintertime.
Exactly.
I think I'm more comfortable in the snow.
I am too. Just for the bug factor alone, Stevie, I'm more comfortable in the snow.
Yeah. Throw your bed.
Everyone else is inside in the house too.
Right. But yeah, that's just so bottom line, one of these days, you know, I'll be, but I'm not, but to me too, right? It isn't a race, you know, and I'll let you in a little secret. You guys know I go north in the summertime, you know, on the weekends and stuff. And I'll go out in the woods and I'll take, but I won't film none of it. I'll do it around here with Camera Girl, you know, but I won't do it up there because a couple of reasons. I don't know if I ever told you the day I tried to make Bannock. I watched Josie and Mike from
Bushcraft
Bartons when I first came to YouTube, and I watched them make Bannock, and I asked around if anybody knew what Bannock was, and they said, well, we were in the Boy Scouts. I think we made Bannock. And I said, okay. And I said, blah, blah, blah. I said, and I was asking him, like, yeah, he says, people today add to it, you know. He said that's an old mountain man type thing, you know, and they didn't have anything to add to it, but you can add shit to it today to give it a little flavor.
Oh yeah, bacon, anything you want to put in there.
He said, but yeah, that's how you do it. He says,
you're not supposed to slice it either. You're supposed to break it.
Yep. That's
bad luck.
And they said, you know, so I explained to him how Mike and Josie were doing it. And he goes, yeah, exactly. You know, and so anywho, I did that, and it came out miserable. And I was taping it. You know, I was doing it, you know, for YouTube, and I didn't. I
didn't post it.
I didn't post it. And Dish said to me one night on Jamie Time, she said, you should have posted it so people would see that it doesn't always come out, you know.
You got to keep it real, man.
Yeah, that's what she said. And so, but the reason why I won't tape a lot of the stuff that I do with Camera Girl, or even by myself mainly, you know, because I'll go up in the back of the acreage that we have, and I'll go make a small fire, and I'll eat a can of, a package of, I call it oodles and noodles a lot. Everybody calls it ramen now, but it's the same fucking thing. Or I'll just make a cup of Joe, one or the other, you know. And I won't do it. You know why I won't do it? Because of that. Because some people just aren't happy unless they're fucking breaking nuts. You know what I mean?
You know, that's one thing I don't think I've ever done that I remember is busting anybody's balls about their video or how they did something wrong. I feel guilty even leaving a comment that would help them. I don't want them to feel that way, you know?
Yeah.
No, if they ask me, it's a different story if they ask me. But if they ain't asking, I'm not going to leave a comment to suggest, well, do this or this is easier, or blah, blah, blah. You know, it's whatever works for you, whatever you like doing.
Yep. And so I won't Because I just won't. Because I'll do my, like I did the ice fishing video and videos and stuff like that, and that's fine. I mean, let's face it, you can't fuck up an ice fishing video. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Well, you got but that's just entertaining.
That'll get me 1 million views.
Right. All through the ice.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just won't do it.
The only time I've ever left kind of a negative comment is some guy was shooting an AR and totally mishandling the weapon and being scary, unsafe with it.
Yeah, it's different though.
Of course, he replied back that he did no wrong, but so
but that's different than more different than like if I'm making Bannock and or if I like when I made if I'm out in the woods up north or whatever, and I'm making Joe or I'm making ramen, whatever, right? And whatever, I don't put rocks on my fucking fire, or I don't fucking name something, Stevie.
Right. You didn't dig a pit deep enough, and blah blah blah.
And people just catch to this, and they fucking.
I haven't done any fishing videos because I don't want to hear all this and that.
But that's the only thing I'll tape is the fishing videos, because you can't, you can't fuck it up. It's just people shouldn't. So again, and I've said this on a rant video, and I said to people, if let's say I'm using a knife, right, and I'm using it like Steve was just saying, that guy was using a fucking gun, an AR, like an idiot, okay, and so Stevie said something. That's a safety thing. That's something that a kid's gonna watch.
Yeah.
And say, well, he can handle it that way, I'm gonna handle it that way.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So
my thing is that if I'm using a knife at camp, or if I'm I still haven't finished that fucking thing. I probably never will, right? That spoon I started. And I'm using the knife the wrong way, and I'm cutting to myself, or I'm whatever, towards myself with the knife, or whatever. And somebody says, hey, just a little, you probably shouldn't have the point of that knife towards your chest when yeah. Shit like that wouldn't bother me. But if somebody tells me, like Stevie was saying, oh, your pit's not deep enough. Yeah. Or if I make bird's beak, and it doesn't come out perfect, and then I'm hanging my Bannock with it, and so I don't really need somebody that's. Yeah. And granted, they know, Stevie, I'm not saying that they're not knowledgeable of the situation, right? I'm just saying that shut up.
And basic bottom line right there.
Stevie, that'd be like me. Stevie, that'd be like me telling you did something wrong using your fucking lathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I know
when a couple of goofy comments like that, like, oh, you bent that nail. It's like, so?
That'd be like me telling the queen, well, if you do this, you can find more fat wood. Are you fucking kidding me? But you know what I'm saying? Or telling her if she shaved it down, she can make Maya dust. Do you know what? See how dumb it sounds? But that's what people do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because we forget to form questions rather than give advice. Like, hey, have you tried that yet?
Right.
I find it easy.
Nathan, how to use I like a chili roll. I like a chili roll.
I notice people are very hypocritical with mushrooms, morel mushrooms, foraging, any kind of mushrooms, foraging. people are always arguing back and forth of who's right, who's wrong, and what's better and what's not.
Yeah. I've seen people, you know, Nathan brings up the ferro rod. I've seen comments on people's videos, you know, put the ferro rod right on the item that you're, you know, whether it's birch bark, whether it's whatever kind of tinder you're using. Okay. And I have seen people use a ferro rod standing, you know, having it a foot away, and I've seen it work. I've seen it go up. I'm going to guarantee you right now, if I take my jute twine and I got a ball of jute twine this fucking big, and I put that 8 inches away, 10, 15 inches away from I can sit my fat ass in a chair and go like this. As long as I got a good ferro rod, I'm going to guarantee you that's going to go up in flames. But you will have somebody tell you should have the ferro rod. Make sure the ferro rod's connected onto the. Listen, let them find out on their own.
Right.
It's called learning from your mistakes.
Yeah. Now, if I see somebody striking a ferro rod and they keep knocking their fire tinder all over the damn place,
now that's funny.
I might say something.
But it's
everyone's at a different level of expertise.
Bingo.
Knowledge.
And that's why I won't do it out in the woods.
I just tell him to go watch a Nathan video. That guy just with his ferro rods, he lights rough curls, gets them to light. I'm like, damn. He said, I like a challenge.
You know how many
I'm getting down.
How many ferro rod fires Nathan has probably made since YouTube?
Well,
You can tell by the dip in that ferro rod.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what would be different,
man?
Here's what would be different, right? I make a video and I'm again, you know, I'm a foot and a half away and I'm doing one of these, and it's not working, you know. And then somebody like Johnny just alluded to, Nathan, who's been lighting, you know, he's probably lit more ferro rod fires than I smoke cigarettes. You know, PMs me and says, hey, listen, if you're trying to do it this way, that's different.
Right.
You know,
I have done that.
You know what I mean? That's different. But we've all had them. I've had them. We all get these comments on our thing.
Yep.
Hey, you should have fucking did it this way. Really? You know, again, it's not like we used an AR the wrong way, or it's not like we're using a knife the wrong way. You know, I don't know. But that's why I just won't. I couldn't, unless it was from a friend. It was like one of you guys, you know, if it was John, you know what I mean? It was one of my friends. That's one thing. You know what I mean? Because
I still couldn't do it.
You know, yeah, but if you did it to me, Johnny, what I'm saying is that it wouldn't. I would take that as a learning experience,
I'd text you or something, or leave you a message. Or
that's
something.
what I'm saying. But I would take it that way. I wouldn't take it like you know.
I wouldn't throw it out in the open and try to tell you how to do something.
You know. Or if I ever decide that I want to be a carpenter and I'm going to go build a fucking shed for my mother or whatever.
A bridge.
A bridge. Exactly. and I'm going to YouTube it, right? I'm going to put it on YouTube. And Stevie says, hey, Mikey, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? That's, no, I would never take it as but if some Joe Blow that I've never heard of or hardly ever watches it in my videos, you know.
Constructive criticism sometimes can be real crude.
Yeah. Like,
it all depends on how it's worded.
Yeah.
Like my wife says to me, she says, so who on here, how do you know who, like, you know, I know you've been on YouTube for a while, Mike, blah, 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 blah. She was like, how do you know? I says, here's how I do it, honey. I go, if they don't know who the hell Camera Girl is, if they don't know who Camera Girl is, they ain't fucking been watching my fucking channel. Right. So I go, I wouldn't listen to those people. I says, if they know who Camera Girl is, they've been watching my channel.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
And half the time, if you watch somebody's video, like when I watched the video when you were making the, you and Camera Girl, matter of fact, having the hot chocolate out in the yard.
On the backyard.
And you melted your tab off your Stanley.
Yep.
I was yelling at the video. Send that tab up. You're gonna miss it.
Right? And then 3 comments down was whose? John the M.I. Woodsman. What did he tell me to do? Which I don't think I've done yet.
Oh, with the paper
Oh,
clip?
I did.
The key ring?
Key ring.
Key ring, that's it.
Little stupid keychain ring, you guys, for that we don't know what I'm referring to. You know, the little stupid key ring that you put your keys on for your keychain.
Split ring, technically called.
It's split ring,
Yeah.
okay. Take one of them. You take one of them. You take one of your Stanley. Do I have one? I don't have the cover. This one doesn't have a cover because it's a cup, you idiot. You take one of them.
One of these? No.
No. Click on you.
The circle one.
No. The circle. Where's the circle that's connected to your key, honey?
There you go.
Right there. See this? Right? And you put that on your tab and bloop, bloop. And then John also showed me that once you do that, I know I'm gonna stop presenting on you. I know you hate that, but it's not working too well. It won't come off. No, I'm not even joking. I'm trying. No, I really am.
Hi, Shalisa. Shalisa, everybody.
Arrow.
The red.
It stayed this time. Okay. So Johnny also showed me that by doing that, you can, if you're not using, a mitt or what have you, or if you're going to use a stick, you can take a stick, right?
Yeah.
Hook it in, pop the cover off, put the cover back on again.
Slurp your boiling water right straight down your door.
No. I didn't say use a popsicle stick and you're that close. You just use a stick and you.
Remember, never stir your hot chocolate with a poison ivy vine.
No, you don't want to do that either.
There you go.
There you go.
And what I like about that is you can turn it and you can get it to lay down flat and it stays that way. And then you can, once it's on there halfway through, you go like that and it stays up and you can put a stick through it and pull it off your pot.
See, I told you he told me that. Now he just repeated what the hell he told me. See? No, but that's what I told him, Johnny, because that's what Johnny told me to do.
You could put that on a stick now and use it for a shield.
Hey.
No, if you think about it, it's kind of cool. And it works. It's not like something you have to go spend friggin' dollars on. You know what I mean? It's just fucking 20-cent fucking key ring.
I'll have to buy a couple and throw them in the bottom of my pot for when I melt mine off. Just so I got one handy.
Yep.
Yeah, I think our bigger Stanley pots, I don't think we got to worry about that so much.
If it wasn't so hot, I'd get rid of the rest of my birch bark. But it's so hot that I don't want it. I ain't lighting a fire out back.
Yeah, I thought about it tonight too, and it's still 79 degrees out.
Yeah, it's too hot.
By the way, John, are you upstairs? I can tell by your ceiling. It looks like are you on the upper level?
This is my man cave where I keep all my camping gear, and
it's got to be hot as hell up there in that farmhouse.
No, I got all the windows up here open, and I got a couple fans going, and it's not too bad.
And he's at Jackass Boulevard. Can't you read the sign?
Yeah, that's my old nickname, my old cheap Jackass. Back 15 years or so ago. I used to do some crazy stuff with my Jeep.
Yeah, it's funny. I just thought about going to the range tomorrow, and it's like, yeah, no. Not in 95 degrees.
It's supposed to be worse tomorrow than it was today.
Right?
Nathan says it the right way. Speak softly and carry a big stick.
Bingo.
There you go.
But yeah, can you picture me doing a YouTube video winter camping for the first time on my own?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but can you see those fucking comments coming?
Oh yeah. That with the hot tent and the stove, and it's too big of a stove. It's too small of a
Jesus
stove.
Christ!
You're gonna get up every 2 hours, and
I'm in working class woodsman's fucking backyard, and we set up his tent. And I said to him off camera, I go, I'll be right back. I'm going to have a smoke. He says, have one right there. I go, you sure? He says, yeah. So I'm having a cigarette in the fucking tent, and I got you don't smoke in a tent? Well, let me tell you something. I smoke where somebody tells me I can smoke.
Right? A non-smoker doesn't smoke in a tent.
that's right.
But yeah, I can see him. I can see it now. You set your tent up wrong. But even like, so to get back to knowing what you're doing and some of the stovepipes I see out there in the tents, some of them come out the side of the tent, so they're like this.
Yeah.
Right. And then, of course, obviously, some of them come straight through the top, which is fine. Now, for those guys, I often ask to myself, not to them, they don't put the cap, or I call it the stove cap, because I used to work for places. That's what we called it, was a stove cap.
Yeah, spark arrestor, whatever.
Right. Some people call it a spark arrestor. It's the same fucking thing. So if I say cap, it's a spark arrestor, okay? Some of them don't use this when it goes straight out, which I don't understand. Couple of reasons. Number one, your tent. Number two, rain or snow, if it's that heavy. Well, even snow isn't going to be that heavy, but rain mainly, you know.
About sending sparks to the nearby tree.
Well, yeah. But now, the ones that come out the side, you don't. All right, so the ones that come through the roof, you don't have to worry about which way the fucking wind's blowing. Okay? But the ones that come out the side, you do. Okay? And I watched a video recently, probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And they had to move their tent. They had to turn the tent because they were getting like a backdraft, like a
Right.
The wind was blowing in this stovepipe, which was obviously, you know, you can cut
I
the
hate
smoke.
when that happens.
You can blow the smoke. You can cut the smoke in the fucking tent with a knife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just little things like that a newcomer like me,
Right.
may not realize, not to forget when you're setting up your tent, give the finger a lick, do something. I don't give a shit what you do.
Point the stove downwind.
Light a cigarette. If you smoke, see where it's going. Do something, and then put it the other way. But you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. You know. Hey, P NASCARs, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, do you just want me to call you P? Because I know we had this discussion about the NASCAR part. And but yeah, no, I couldn't. And again, it gets back for me, just for me, not for everybody else, just for me. You know, it gets back to not having that knowledge that other guys and girls have. But again, the reason why I wouldn't do it by myself. You know, like John said earlier, don't put yourself in that position, that situation. You know?
Yep.
That, and I figure when you get cold, the stove needs wood. That ain't hard.
Yep.
That ain't hard. Although I'm probably going to cheat my first time anyways and go get a couple of bundles of nice hard oak, dried oak, you know.
Go buy a Duraflame log. One of them fireplace logs.
Oh yeah, get about 4 of those, stick them in there. Yep, I'm sure it'll work.
Just don't let your stove get too hot. Remember, you are in a tent.
Yeah.
I've seen more red hot, almost like a breathing wood stove get carted out of a tent where somebody fell asleep and left the damper open and left the draft on, and
like a locomotive.
Yeah, it almost comes to life.
Yeah.
No, you gotta put the damper down. See, mine. I don't even say a 45. I just tip mine ever so. You know, it's how we did the one in the cottage when at my brother's cottage when we had the wood stove, and then he decided he wanted to put a fucking ruin it and put a fucking pellet stove in it. But
yeah,
I stayed in there one winter, and not for the winter, but just for the weekend, just to see if I could do it. And so my dad said, "Yeah," he says, "Just cover the hole," because when my dad first built the cottage, we built it in because it didn't come from money, so he built the cottage. Always had the idea of going up, so we made it flat, right? So then he went up afterwards, right? So all he did was cut a hole in the ceiling, right? And we put a set of stairs in. Well, he put the set of stairs in, but you know what I'm saying. So he said, you cover that hole, you can stay down here, and you can stay here, and you can get the stove hot enough that as long as you cover the hole to go upstairs.
so the heat won't go up.
Right. So I went to the hardware store. I got myself the thickest piece of, that roll plastic they sell, by the sheet,
Yeah.
But it's wicked thick. You can almost use it if you break a window.
Yeah.
Wicked thick. I got that kind of plastic. Whoop. I told the guy at the hardware store, this is what I need. He says, this way. Boom, got it. Put it on. All I did was hold it with, sneakers and shit that was in the cottage, and I put it on there. It kind of sucked because I had to squeeze myself through that sucked, but it still worked. And but I had my damper like this, and I slept on the couch right beside the stove. Oh,
nothing like a wood fire.
Loaded that son of a bitch up. I mean, to the gill before I went to bed, right? To the gill. And I let it obviously let it all catch. And then I turned that thing down. Oh, I was good for about 3 hours, 4 hours. Then I'm like, shit, I gotta get up.
The icy walk in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, because it's not insulated, and but it was just something I wanted to see if I can do it, But there's a house across the street. The people live there all year round. My cousin, and I mean right across the road. They're 40 yards across the road.
Right.
I got my cousin 60 yards up the hill that way. So and they were up there, they live up there all year round. So, it's not like if I got too cold, I didn't have a place to go. You saw the news in California, one camper killed, and 7 been shot at. Why? What happened?
Nutcase, I think.
Shooting people while they're camping? What the fuck kind of idiot would fucking... That just brings a new fucking load to people right there.
Right.
You can't even go camping without getting shot at? Are you fucking kidding me?
Crazy.
That's fucking unbelievable. Are you fucking kidding? Seriously?
And it's in California where they have all the strict gun laws. So
yes, that works well.
That's like I'm quite interested to finding out until they come to Massachusetts, anyways, because you can't.
Malibu State Park closed indefinitely after dad fatally shot while camping.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
But I often wondered how. Does it hit Connecticut? Yeah, I think it does. It does hit Connecticut. It doesn't hit Rhode Island. It hits Connecticut. And it hits a little bit of New York, I believe. But when people are in the AT, right? Do they, do people get, because you can't in Massachusetts, you can't carry a loaded gun. But unless, of course, you live in that state, right? But I often wondered to people on the AT if they ever get, because if there's a bunch of people who do it by themselves, if they ever get skittish of other people, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of people on an AT that's been beaten and raped. A lot of women raped, single through hikers that some freak is out in the woods waiting for them. I watched a show on that, a documentary, and it really blew my mind on all the crap that goes on that AT.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, see, there's another thing I wouldn't do by myself either. I'd do it with another person or another, one or more people.
Effing predators everywhere.
Yeah, and it's usually the two-legged ones that you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never hear of a bear getting somebody.
Not that often.
You never hear of a snake killing somebody on the AT. You know what I mean? And that just bums me out that some idiot in Malibu decided, you know what? I think I'll be a loser. This guy's enjoying himself camping. Not anymore. Unreal. Unfucking real. I know it's when you and Johnny, when you and Adrian go out, you guys got your sidearms with you.
Yeah, usually. Adrian don't go nowhere without his. His is glued to his hip, but he's got a CCW, so.
Yeah.
Depends where we go. If we go close to home and it's pretty familiar, he's got his 40 cal with him, and yeah, it all depends, I guess. If we go down the river, I don't bring mine because then you're transporting it. It's just the laws are so gray for what you can do and what you can't do when it comes to open carry. Like he can go into a party store that sells liquor with an open carry with a CPL, but I can't go in there and open carry because I don't have a CPL.
Huh.
Because they sell liquor.
Okay. Yeah, we're right behind you there, sweetheart. We're right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's just after 1 o'clock, and we're gonna get the hell out of there. I want to thank everybody for showing up. But before we go, one last time, I do want to, for those of you that came in late, Nathan and
NASCAR.
NASCARs and 39 Camper is doing. Daryl's doing a giveaway. If you haven't seen the video yet, so if you want to check that out, for those of you who are listening tomorrow, what have you, go check Daryl's giveaway video. A look-see. Knowing Daryl, it's going to be a good one. So.
Oh, it is a good one, no doubt.
So check that out, and we'll see you all tomorrow night on Stevie's, probably around 9:30 or so Eastern Standard Time for those folks that live on the West Coast.
All are welcome.
All right, and we won't even make fun of you if you live on the West Coast. How's that? But I want to say thanks, everybody. Thanks to all the silent watchers, silent listeners, if you will, and thanks in advance to those guys that watch this on the next day or what have you. All right. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll be there on Stevie's chat tomorrow night. But if we don't see you on Stevie's chat tomorrow night, hopefully we'll see you Friday. It's gonna be tough. I know it's a 4th of July type vacation type week and all that. But have a great 4th, everybody. Keep it safe and have fun.
Hey, real quick, don't look up hashtag Let Freedom Ring. It should be an epic event.
All right, you guys look up hashtag Let Freedom Ring, and we'll see what that's all about. And we'll talk more on that tomorrow night on Stevie's chat.
Right on.
All right. All right, so we'll say goodnight for now, and we'll see everybody. Well, hopefully we'll see us tomorrow night on Stevie's, but if not, like I said, have a good week, and have a nice 4th of July.